Hey, it's Shane from Jaggs Journeys live again for another fortnight. We did miss last fortnight. So much going on, so busy, got home extremely late. There was massive traffic jams all around the Gold Coast that particular night. So, yeah, got home extremely late that night. So, anyway, that was last week. This week, we're good to go. We're good to go. So I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy weeks and evenings to chat about what's happening around local theme parks, ask questions, that kind of thing. Jumping on as usual. And by the way, just a reminder, these live streams are moderated, and I have a moderator on tonight that will just monitor the chat. Please keep it to theme parks, attractions, that kind of thing. Keep on topic. That would be great. Awesome. Okay. So hi to everyone who's jumping on, saying hi. Good evening, everybody. I really appreciate you all jumping on and saying hi. So let me see. Family Odyssey, thanks for jumping on. Good to see you. Thanks, everyone. Some regulars there. Ryder, Pam, Rix, Aston, appreciate you. Matt, thanks for jumping on. Sue, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Again, I got to get new glasses. I struggle with my. I have prescription glasses. These are actually prescription glasses, but they're not really ideal for up close. But anyway, it's all good. But yeah, thanks, Chris, Jamie. Again, if I missed you, Ty, is it Ty? Yep. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate everyone jumping on. All right, we'll crack into what's happening. Superman should be open in November. Has that been announced? So I went to Movie World on the weekend and Dream World, but I was at Movie World, and obviously a few days before that, Superman closed and The Flash, with no sort of kind of announcement or anything or update. And interestingly, The Flash, I did post this as well. The ride carriages have been dismantled. The surfboards off the track. The ride vehicles are off the track. So maybe there's some track work or some of the mechanism work that needs to be done there. So we don't know exactly what's going on there. Now, I haven't long been home, so I haven't been on social media today, even though you see posts from me every day. They're scheduled the night before, because obviously I work full time during the day and I can't be on the social media while I'm working. So has anybody seen any updates today about Superman? Has there been anything come through at all? Or The Flash? Because Aston, I think you said November. Have they mentioned that? Yeah, Ryder's asking, where did you find that info? Aston's saying that's what the website said. Okay, cool. Let's the website or the app. Let's have a quick jump on to the app and have a look. Again, I haven't been on today at all, so I'll even for a couple of days. So info, park maintenance schedule. All right. What does it say? Superman Escape. It says temporary closure as a result of unscheduled attraction maintenance, but it doesn't have a date on there. Normally, this is where they would have the dates, like on the ride maintenance part of the app. So no dates on there unless it's been announced on another. Same with The Flash. There's no date on there as well. So not sure what's going on there, but maybe they're deciding to do the lockers that are supposed to be taken out. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. There's a question there about Dreamworld's night markets. Do they still do the markets on a Friday? Yeah, they do them Friday, Saturday, unless there's something else happening, like a private event or something else like that's going on. Just always jump onto Dreamworld Night Market Facebook page. That's where they'll post the dates they're open, what's happening on those dates as well. So always check that first. You'll find the best information on there. All right. Sorry, my eyesight is the Indigo Show. Thank you for jumping on. And again, sorry if I pronounce anything wrong. Apologies for that. But yeah, again, a big hi to everyone who's saying hi to me tonight. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. So interesting movie world. Superman and Flash being down, unscheduled maintenance. I mean, sometimes these things happen and it's, they didn't plan for it. Something's happened. They've made the call. They've had to close it to, get something sorted out, because obviously September, October, school holidays coming up very soon. They want to have everything open and operational for sure for them. Otherwise, there'd be, a few unhappy people, I'd imagine. So, yeah. Good to see Matt saying good to see Motor Coaster back open. Absolutely. Last week, I think it opened. Yep. Which is good. I saw it operational when I was there on Saturday afternoon. What else we got here? Not long now for Whitewater World. Yeah, 3 weeks this Saturday. I think 3 weeks this Saturday. Absolutely, that will be back open again. I did post a little short video on that one, so that's pretty cool. Should be warm enough by then. I mean, last weekend was pretty warm, 24 degrees. It was a hot day Saturday. I felt it was a hot day. And today was freezing and raining. So go figure. But anyway, is it the Indigo Show saying I think the Scooby-Doo ride should be replaced? Well, there's just undergoing a multi-million-dollar transformation. So I think what we're going to get is almost as good as a replacement. I think it's going to be awesome. So I think it's going to be really good. We don't know when it's going to open, but they've already put the signs out the front that says coming soon. I'm thinking now, obviously with the painting of the outside, only thing I can see they need to do, I mean, I think I think they've done all the inside, or most of it anyway, and all they've got to do now is put the test seat on the outside, new signage, finish painting the castle, maybe just recommission the ride. So I think we'll be looking at, if we're August now, we're sort of, what are we, mid-August? 20th, I think it is today. So I think the September, October school holidays would probably align quite nicely to an opening for Scooby-Doo. So let's just put that down there now and say, hey, it could actually be open for the September, October school holidays. That would be awesome. And I think that's what Movie World needs, is something decent like that to be ready to go. Let's just cross our fingers. If we find out anything, we'll certainly make a post and let you know. I'm sure other content creators will post something when they see it, probably before me. No doubt. A lot of them are, excuse me, are on their computers all day, whereas I'm not. But as soon as we see something, we'll share it, of course. Or if you see something first, you can share it to me, and then I'll share it to everyone on behalf of you as well. So we can't wait for Scooby. Hey, Jason. Excuse me. Yeah, we just been talking about Scooby, so we're hoping for September, October. Hoping. Ryder's also saying that. Hang on. Aston's saying about the ride closures, they go to November. Yeah, there's no specific date, but I hope it's not November. I think you'll find that should be open for September, October school holidays, unless something major has happened that they can't get a part for or something. But I doubt that. We'll see. Hey, Tim. I have one criticism for Rivertown. Not a huge deal, but it's starting to get to me. The fake vines they put up around the place. Yeah, I seen this, and I agree with you, mate. They're turning like blue from the UV from the sun, and they're looking plastic. they don't look real anymore. I mean, they're always fake, but so some of the vines, because they are plastic, yeah, they've gone that kind of like light blue plasticky look. Now, hopefully, Dreamworld have seen that and gone, right, we need to replace that. So obviously, what they'll need to do is source something better first, like find what's the best replacement. They'll have to do some searching on that and some research to find out who's got the best fake looking vines that last in the UV in the sun. So, and then they'll have to go around and replace them. I think if they were just to pull them all down, it would just look bare. So whilst it doesn't look great at the moment, I agree. Hopefully if someone from Dreamworld has walked around and gone, they look bad, they didn't last, let's replace them. But obviously they've got to do it in stages. They got to cost it. They got to find the money they weren't planning to spend on that, no doubt. So, and again, it might not be a high priority for them. It would be a priority because it doesn't look great, and it does take a little bit away from the look of the park a little bit from that area. I agree. Let's just hope that gets sorted out soon. But yeah, excuse me, Tim. I agree with you on that one, mate. They certainly haven't lasted in the UV there for sure. So, Ethan, thanks for saying hi. Thanks for jumping on. What night am I going to? Friday nights? I don't know. I haven't even got my tickets yet. I'm undecided because first night's not always the best night. Because of the, they haven't done it for 12 months. There's new scare actors. There's sometimes new things to do, new mazes. They have rehearsals, but first night with people in the park and everything, things can go a little wobbly, I should say. So, I'm thinking maybe second night. So, yeah, it'll be in the beginning stages, or even. I mean, obviously the aim of my channel is to promote the events and just to say, hey, this is what you can expect if you want to go. No point filming it on the last night and then saying this is what it's like if you want to go, because then that's all over. So it would be probably first or second, maybe third, but probably like second night. I think it would be a good one, because like the first night last year, there was Main Street didn't really like vibe properly for the second night, because I went twice last year. I think I went on the third night again. It was awesome. So that sorted out a few things. So yeah, probably looking at that. Either way, whatever night I go, if you do see me, I probably won't be able to stop and say hi. I'll be able to say hi, but I've just I'm under I'm under the pump I've got to get everything. I've got to get everything filmed. I've got to get every show. I'm just busy, but always happy to stop and say a quick hi to anyone. Obviously, photos all good, but just it'll have to be real quick, because these night events, I'm under the pump to film it and to get a video filmed. Just so you know. ECQ Virtual Tours. Hey, thanks for jumping on. So what's everyone's thoughts on this scenario that happened to me at Movie World? Okay, let's have a look. You can roast me if you want. So the start of the day, they went on DC Rivals. It didn't start at 10 a.m. So a line forms outside. Everyone was waiting patiently outside. No ETA on opening. A teenager arrives at 10 minutes later and stands in the side of the line at the entrance. Eventually, the ride opens and the chain is removed. So obviously, so people can go in. The teenager runs in ahead of 100 people. I stop him and give him a piece of my mind. He says he's going to the single rider. I say I don't care. There's a line. Go to the back. Was I wrong? No, I agree with you. Obviously, at that time of day, before the ride opens, when the chain's up and people have to queue, whether you're riding general queue, single rider, you get in the queue. I agree. You get in the queue. And then as the queue goes in, majority of people are going to go to general, and then he or she will be able to go off to single rider and get straight on anyway. So, I agree. And there's too many people that do try and just skip the queues and push in, and that happens all the time. Even when I was in the US, it happens. It's pain when you're patiently waiting, doing the right thing. So anyway, I agree with what you said. So no doubt they probably gave you an earful today, but anyway, don't worry about it. Righto, I'm planning on getting the early bird tickets latest night. Yeah, don't forget the early bird tickets for Fright Nights finish tomorrow night, so 21st of August. So that's tomorrow, and it finishes at 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you want to get those early bird pricing, it's $10 saving. You might as well, $10 is better in your pocket, right? So you might as well get it for sure. So yeah. Hey Anton, thanks for jumping on. Can Village Photo Pass be used for anything on Fright Nights other than rides? I don't believe so. I think it is just the rides. I could be wrong, but I think it's just rides. Always best to just hunt through the websites, and if there's nothing there, send the park an email through guest services, and they'll be able to find out for you and get back to you to give you the right information. But I'm pretty sure that the photo passes are just linked up to the rides, and then I think there's other photos on Friday Nights, and that would be separate, I'd imagine. Pretty sure. SEQ virtual tours. Good to know. Think it's okay. He skipped ahead of about 8 single rows. Yeah, see, that's not good either. Yeah, you're right. He's obviously trying to get the front seat on the single rider queue. Yeah, nah, he needs to learn some manners. Absolutely. Hey, Ryder. Planning to do Fright Nights on Halloween night this year. You know what? If I go a second night, I may also choose that night. It's a Friday though, and for me, it's really hard to get to a 6 o'clock event on a Friday. I'm still usually working past 6 o'clock, so yeah. But I'll see. I haven't really got much annual leave or anything because I've had 2 trips this year, and that's pretty much it for going anywhere else away from work. So anyway, but that will be cool. Actually, that would be a good night to go. We'll see. Maybe I'll go later, and then I get there at 7 or something, and I've done the mazes by then, so just go in and chill for the night. Pam saying people always cut in at Sky Voyager. Yeah, they do, don't they? I've noticed that too, actually. People holding spots for friends. Yeah, we've missed getting into a session more than once due to this. So annoying. It is, isn't it? I agree. Ronald Reagan, how you going? He says, what day are you going to Friday nights? Not sure yet. Haven't booked anything. Thinking the second night. First night's always a bit bumpy. Second night's always usually better. More smoother. They've ironed out the kinks. So, yeah, I think that's probably a better night to get the best experience. Second or third of nights. But again, I haven't booked anything yet. So if I want to get the early bird, I better get on there tomorrow. Aston, is saying, don't bully me, but as well, West. No one bullies anyone on this channel. Well, if they do, they get kicked off. Do you think Wild West Falls is mid now? I went on there just recently, and I still enjoy the ride. But look, there was a few things not working or not to how it used to be. I guess like some of the effects and things like that. I still think it's a well themed, awesome ride. Like I still enjoy it, absolutely. But yeah, it's one of those things where just the details, those little details, if they've stopped working, it's a little bit, I guess, disappointing. If you've experienced the ride when it's working at its full capacity, yeah, then I think then. Yeah, I know some of the things that maybe they just can't fix anymore. It was old technology that you can't get parts for. I'm not sure, but maybe they could improve things, like put new things in there, maybe new effects and things like that. It's still a good ride. I still enjoy the drop at the end. Maybe they just need to spend a little bit of money on it. Hey, GC Party Buses. I'm good. Thanks for jumping on. Yeah, it was good to catch up on Saturday too. Absolutely. Always good to see you. Aston Scooby is on testing and new merch is coming later in the year. Yeah, they've done some kids merch. They're probably, hopefully they'll do a ride shirt for adults as well. We'll see. But yeah, they posted that. So yeah, we're hoping for September, October open for Scooby. Fingers crossed. Aston's got his Fright Nights tickets. Awesome. Lock it in. Ryder, I know I mentioned to you that my pass expires in October, but I'll be getting a free pass from a worker. Oh, wow. You're lucky. Wish I got a free pass. That was cool. That'd be cool. Good on you. Fantastic. Better go for another 12 months. That's awesome. What's my thoughts on the 2 new mazes? Look, I was kind of thinking I would love to have seen something like, like a couple of movie based. Like, I know they got to pay big money for this to use those things. Like, if they were going to use Friday the 13th, they got to pay for the licensing, the use of the license, and they got to spend a lot of money on that. And it's got to be specifically correct to the certain scenes of the movie. It's got to be so much involved rather than doing one yourself. So I can understand why they have chosen to do ones themselves, and they do a great job of the ones that they do themselves, by the way. So I just thought we would have probably seen a couple of good ones, like as in popular or well-known ones, but we didn't get that. So look, I am excited. Like, I think having an alien / like sci-fi kind of one is different, and I think would be quite cool. I just hope it's not too close to the DC Deceased. If you think about the theme of the DC Deceased, that's, to me, could be kind of similar, other than the superheroes, just be the crew members. I don't know. It could be a sort of, because they're like zombies and these ones are like aliens. So, but I hope they're not too closely aligned. Like, I hope they're completely different. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the sets or the maze sets that they're building for this spaceship. I'm really interested to see what that's going to look like. And I like movies to do with space stuff. So I think that'll be pretty cool. The other one, yeah, look, I think if they do it right, it would be pretty cool. Like, if they simulate you going down the lift into the basement of the hotel. I think if they get that right, and I think it could be quite scary and quite a good maze. So it could end up being one of the best. So I am definitely excited to experience the 2 new mazes, and obviously I'm not sure yet if I can get permission to film, because obviously there's no filming in the mazes, but I have to apply and ask for permission every year. I can't just assume anything, so they might say no filming this year for anyone. Like, I don't know, but obviously I'll ask, and then hopefully, like, obviously we don't want to show the whole entire maze from start to finish. It ruins it for other people that are going to go, but we film bits and pieces and we do it out of order and stuff like that, so that it's not, so people go, oh, I know where that scare is. Well, you won't, because it's filmed out of sequence. So, but yeah, well, hopefully once I go through them, I'll be able to give you a review and let you know. And obviously we'll chat about it afterwards as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to them anyway. Definitely looking forward to them, because it's different, something different from the last couple of years. Although I really did enjoy Conjuring. Like, it's just one of the cool scary movies. My moderator is saying maybe it's time for a retheme for Wild West Falls. Maybe it is time for a retheming. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, again, they'd have to think about what they could retheme that to, but yeah, they got a great shell of a ride there to do something cool with. So yeah, maybe they should do that when they're thinking about retheming the stunt show as well. Maybe. Anton's saying we need to get a petition going to get fog on the Wild West at Fright Nights. Yes. Hopefully they'll have it open. I'm not sure if they will, but it'd be cool if it is open. It was open. I think it was open 2 years ago. I don't think it was open last year. I could be wrong. I just can't remember. it could have been, but I know I went on it 2 years ago, but I didn't go on it last year, so I'm thinking it was closed last year. But yeah, we made the comment, it needs fog pumped through that whole area and just eerie music and just different kinds of lighting that reacts great with the fog. That's all they'd need to do, and then make that ride really scary and creepy at night. So cross our fingers, maybe they're going to do that. Let's see. GC party buses. Wild West Falls at Movie World had majority working on Saturday when we both went on, and the sounds and the water splashed from the gun. Yeah, so I went on it I think 2 weeks ago, and the train effect wasn't working. Only part of the bar scene was working. But yeah, a couple of the other ones were working. Like the sign fell down, the water came out of the tower. Whereas I think someone else said recently that the water didn't even come out of the tower, but it was on the day I was there. So maybe it's hit and miss. Maybe it's as simple as when they start the ride. Maybe it's just a couple of switches that someone's forgotten to turn on for that part of the ride. I don't know. It could be as simple as that. Someone just missed a couple of switches. You just never know. You never know. I don't know. We'll see. Hi to Daddy 2.7 saying hi. How you going? Aston saying, I think Hellship is gone. It's still there again this year. Hellship is definitely on the list as a returning maze. You got Hellship, Circus, and what was the other one? DC Deceased. So that's the 3 returning mazes plus the 2 new ones. I'm going to Fright Night on the 18th. I got the tickets for a friend. Awesome. Enjoy. Hope you have an awesome time. Aston saying next year he's going to try and be a scare actor. Yeah, that'd be cool. Matt saying, hey, Shane, good to see you again. Hope to see you at the parks. Excuse me, parks again soon. Absolutely. Are you shooting off? I'll catch up with you another time then if you are. Thanks for jumping on. Ryder, as expected for a day today, Wild West Falls was pretty much a walk-on. Oh, that's awesome. I went on it a few times today. Cool. Aston, the lift one reminds me of the doors on Roblox. I haven't played Roblox, so I'm not sure. But to me, it reminds me of the lift at the Hijinks Hotel. That's what it reminds me of. Another attraction. Yeah. Oh, and Ryder's saying, yeah, he rode Kansas Twister again today. So obviously that's reopened now, which is awesome. That's good to see that open. How old is Wild West Falls? 27, almost 27 years old. There you go. It's definitely one of the oldest rides there. Hey Kobe, thanks for jumping on. What's your favorite coaster at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay? I haven't been there, so I can't really comment on that because I haven't been to that park. Sorry, so maybe one day, maybe on the next visit because it's not too far from Orlando, I believe, Florida. So you never know. Do you always wear your sunglasses? I do. It was working on the intended. Was it intended? No, it was working. Oh, it was working as intended when it went on today. Right, when it went on today. Oh, that's good. It's good that it was all working. Hey, Fuel Raider, thank you very much for the super chat. Very kind of you guys to be jumping on and supporting the channel, and I really do appreciate the super chat as well. So thank you. Always appreciated. And yeah, thanks for your ongoing support for the channel as well. It's really appreciated. So thanks heaps for that. Chris is saying, crazy idea for Movie World, Doomsday area. They could hold a small studio tour, even if it was different from a past tour. Yeah, look, there's so much opportunity in that area, isn't there? I think, yeah, just massive opportunity to do something really cool, and even incorporating, the showcase where they had the Batman and all those other exhibitions and things like that. They really could do something really pretty cool with that whole entire space. Or even a really massive dark ride. Yeah, something behind the scenes, or like they could get replica sets in there. That'd be cool. Get photos on the sets. It's all possible. Definitely is all possible. I think if you could go on to like a replica Big Bang Theory set, like I went on the original one in Hollywood, and it was awesome. I mean, it's smaller than I sort of realized, but it was the real deal, and it was awesome. The Friends one, the coffee shop, unreal. But when they had a Friends exhibition in Melbourne a few years back, I went to that, and they had the replica coffee shop there, and it was just replica one, but it still felt like you, because it was just done, replica, so it felt like you were on the set. So if they build replica sets for different things, Warner Brothers theme, TV shows, movies, whatever, and you could get a photo on that, I think people would love that. I think they'd love it, and they'd go through it as a walkthrough. Photos would be extra, of course, for the proper photo. Why not? They could definitely do that. Kobe wants Minecraft at Movie World. Minecraft's pretty popular. Absolutely. Absolutely. Aston saying, how good does King Claw look? And I went to the Indian Festival at Dreamworld. I rode Jungle Rush the other night. Best experience in the night. Yeah. Yeah, look, Jungle Rush I think it's built for nighttime riding. It's such an awesome, the whole Rivertown looks amazing at night. I love that area at nighttime. Love riding that roller coaster at night as well. Even the Murrissippi Motors with all the lights on the cars looks amazing. But yeah, I've been to a few of those Indian festivals before, and look, they're good. But remember, it's not an event that Dreamworld puts on. The Indian festival or the multicultural, whichever festival it is, they hire out the park and sell their own tickets to those events. So Dreamworld says, well, what do you want us to do? Do you want all the rides open? Do you want one ride open? Whatever. And then they state what they want open. Dreamworld then says, well, this is the cost. Then they go, okay, we can get that many people. We can cover the cost. This is how much the tickets are going to be. So that's how they do that. So, yeah, I've been to a few of them now, and I was going to go, but I had a few other things on last weekend, and I thought, but yeah, always good to ride those rides at night. So I think when I was at the last one, I waited 2 hours just to ride the Dodgins. There was that many people there. It was so busy. So, but yeah, I'm glad you got a nighttime ride on Jungle Rush. That's awesome. Walrus Falls at least needs a new paint job. Looking at the old footage compared to today when it's half black. Yeah, definitely. Definitely needs a little bit of TLC for sure. Will the ride be the same when it reopens at Scooby Doo? Well, basically, but there might be a couple of slight changes to it, but basically the same. So there'll be a few. I think they got rid of that horrible backbreaker drop right at the end. Hopefully, it used to really kill my tailbone. Aston saying every time I go, the old Doomsday area, people always say what it was like. Yeah, put a sign up. Yeah, that's all they need to do is just put a sign up saying, "Hey, this is what's happening. The area is about to undergo some changes, or this is the proposed site for a new attraction coming soon." Yeah. Anton saying, "What's the age range for Hijinks Hotel?" I'm not sure what the ages are there, but yeah, I mean, kids go there. Like it's just challenges. You go into rooms and do challenges. It's just fun challenges. So I'd say probably as long as your kids can, you know, I don't know, do stuff like follow the colors on the squares, or like do stuff. Like I wouldn't take a toddler in there as an example. It's not. It's for active people. So whatever age, I don't know, 5. I don't know. They might have an age. You might want to check it with them. I don't know if they have a minimum age, but the aim of the game is you got to do games in there, and you got to be able to do the stuff, the activities. So yeah, I guess like I'd guess probably 5, maybe 7. I don't know, but just check with them, mate, to be sure. But it's fun. It's fun. Heaps of fun. Hey Kyle, you're saying how busy is the reopening day for Whitewater World? Look, usually it's not that busy. Like it's yeah. Look, if the weather's fine, I'd recommend going there. It's not a packed day. People are there for sure, but it's not a packed out day. It's the very start of the season, see. So sometimes the weather, look, I mean, I think the last couple of years have been pretty fine. I mean, last weekend, for example, was 24 degrees, and if it was open, they would have had people there for sure. So, um, I think just based on the weather, I'd say yeah, go if it's your last day in the coast on holidays, check it out for sure, definitely. Aston, I'm sorry to say, Justice League is my least favorite. Yeah, yeah. Look, it's not exactly a thrill ride, or it's not quite to the same level as some of those very similar rides that you see in some of the other parks across the world, like the Disneys or even Universals. However, look, the theming is good, and they've got the concept right. I think they could maybe add a few things into that ride, make it a bit more exciting. Um, it depends on, I guess, if it is able to be added to or not. It could be made even greater than it is, but I feel again it's themed well. But yeah, sometimes I see the photos. Well, years ago when I worked there, some of the photos, the ride photos, most of them would come through of people, shooting the guns and looking all around. But then you get some that would come through of people trying to be funny, and they'd just be like this, or the gun in their head like this, like so like as if I'm bored, to shoot me and this sort of thing. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a family ride. It's a little fun family ride for me. A little kid ride, maybe that kind of thing. But yeah, not for everyone. Hey, Jack, Malone's Coasters. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Much appreciate it. What are you hoping for next from SeaWorld? Um, the one park not working on something new. Yeah, I know. It's a shame, isn't it? I mean, they do need another attraction there, probably a ride. So, look, they need a draw card. I know the back of the park's probably not the most ideal place to put a new ride, um, but maybe that's what they need is a draw card reason to go down the back of the park and draw crowds down there. Then they might get more people into the rest of like the other areas down there and things like that. But I mean, they get the crowds down there for the shows, so why not have an attraction down there? I'd like to see something based off one of the rides, like at SeaWorld in San Diego or Florida. Maybe one of a stand-up coaster would be cool. That would be awesome. Just something different, you know what I mean? Just something that's just different. That again gives people another reason to come back to SeaWorld to ride something that you can't get in the other parks. I think something like that would be really cool, really awesome. That's what they need. So yeah, that's what I think. Something more like that. Let's hope they've got some plans there for something in the future. That would always, they always have a master plan, no doubt. And I think at the moment, obviously, get Scooby open, fix Doomsday. That's got to be a priority, 100%. Stunt show, it's not broken, but it needs a retheme, 100%. Needs to, like, again, when they change the shows over the years, it brings the people in, got to see the new show. So they kind of need to do something there as well. Yeah, there's always, hey, great to put new rides and attractions in, of course, and hopefully we'll see something like that in the Doomsday area, once Scooby's back open and operational. And then I think next year should be the year we see Doomsday area get reimagined and something cool in that area. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we see some good stuff happening over there as well. Do you think spooky do for Fright Night? Look, I mean, if it's ready for at that time of year, it'll probably be open for riding, and that'd be cool. Years gone by, they have used the hall front queuing area as another maze, smaller kind of a maze. I don't think they'll do that. Well, they're not going to do that this year. It's not announced, so they won't do it. But yeah, I think maybe it might be open to ride at least. Fingers crossed on that one. We can only but hope. We can only but hope. What have we got there? Can you? Oh, Kobe's asking a Ryder because Ryder does Minecraft and he's building a replica Scooby Doo and it's Ryder and it's amazing. He's asking if he can do SeaWorld. Is it SeaWorld? Yeah. Next movie world $1 million upgrade should be Walrus Falls. I think they got to fix Doomsday first, but for an upgrade, yeah, for sure, definitely. I'm sure you. I'm sure. Do you hope to go to opening day of the Scooby Doo? Look, it depends. If they open it during the week, nah, I'm not going to be able to get there. I work full time, no chance. So I'll just go on the weekend. I mean, at the end of the day, it's no big deal if I'm not the first day. Like it's I'll get there when I can get there. I live near Movie World. I'm close, but I work full time, and if they'll just go opening tomorrow or opening today. So unless they do a big something big for it, if they do something big and they have some big hoo-ha for it and they give us a week's or two notice, there might be a chance I can get there on the day. So it really just depends. Otherwise, as soon as the first Saturday that it's open, I'll be there. All right. Jack, how you doing? The family's planning a dream holiday next year to Universal Orlando. That'd be awesome. Hopefully get to check out Epic Universe. You have to, absolutely. Just wondering if you have any ideas for accommodation. Look, yes. I mean, I was there recently for Epic Universe, as you probably know. You've probably seen the videos. They put me up at a hotel directly. So Universal does have hotels. Obviously, their hotels. There's a hotel in the Epic Universe, the Helios. That is like a grand hotel and very expensive. But you are in the park. Like you go downstairs and you open the door and you're in the park. Where I stayed was a brand new hotel called the Terra Luna. Now I do have a video on this hotel, like a hotel review. Just have a look. It says Terra Luna. My room, I was on the second to top floor. I looked straight across at Epic Universe. So it's near Epic Universe. Now, across the road from the Terra Luna is the Stella Nova, identical, looks identical, a couple of slight differences, but basically an identical hotel. The good thing with the Stella, that one, you can actually easily walk to Epic Universe. There is an actual pathway, but from the Terra Luna, you got to catch the bus or an Uber. There's just a big roadway in between that one. When I was there, it wasn't even open. As an Epic Universe wasn't open yet, so and Terra Luna Resort only just opened one or 2 weeks I think before I got there. So even the Uber, you got to call it Uber, and they couldn't find it because it wasn't on their maps. On their, it just because it used to just be land, and now there's a hotel there. But it was, you had to tell them, hey, you need to turn down this street, and then you need to go left, and then you need to look at this building. Anyway, I'm sure that's all sorted now because it's all open. But they got the buses now that run directly to the park. So any Universal property you stay at has the buses that takes you directly to the park. So there's a bus that'll take you to Epic Universe, but then there's also the buses that take you to City Walk, which is where Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are. Those parks are next to each other. They're in fact joined in the middle by the Harry Potter train, the Hogwarts Express. And you got to get a hopper pass because that's the only way you can experience that train going from Islands of Adventure over to Universal Studios on the Hogwarts Express. The only way that you can get on that train is if you have a hopper pass for those two parks. So highly recommend that. So again, I've only ever stayed there, been there once and only stayed at the Terra Luna. Loved it, recommend it. Unreal, beautiful. Yeah, all the Salanova, I guess across the road would be fine too. But I'm sure there's plenty of other Universal properties. You just have to look up. If you get, so if you stay at one of the Universal properties, what happens is, So you have your. I still have my hotel key. You have your hotel key here, right? You have your hotel key. And they have pretty cool pictures on them. Like this one's got Incredible Hulk on it. Incredible Hulk. If you take your hotel key to with you, which you would obviously, you need to get back to your hotel. But if you show that at the park when you go in, you get 1 hour early entry into the park. If you're a Universal Studios, if you're staying at a Universal Studios hotel, so yeah, so Terra Luna, that's where I stayed, and I stayed on level 8. It's a nine-story hotel, and I stayed in 8032, and it was like almost dead center. Looked straight across. I could see Dark Universe. I could see the roller coasters. I could see the burning windmill. I could see the Helios Hotel. So it's really close. So if you want to be near Epic Universe and stay at a new hotel, I'd recommend Terra Luna or Salanova. Depends on your budget though. And they weren't, from what my understanding. Again, I didn't pay. Like obviously, I was invited, but they weren't cheap, but they weren't the most expensive. So there's probably cheaper properties also that Universal have, and there's probably also other cheaper properties anyway that you could always. Probably most of them have some kind of transport to City Walk at least anyway. I'm sure, not just the Universal ones. And then you've got the ones that go from the Disney resorts or the hotels to Disney World as well. So I went to Disney Springs, but I didn't go to Disney World. I was only there 4 days. So I only did Epic, then the other 2 Universal parks, and then Disney Springs, and then flew home. It was a short visit, but I can't wait to get back there one day properly have a look at everything. I would recommend at least 2 days for Epic, maybe 3. There's so much to do and see. Each land is actually more like an actual mini theme park. There's just everything in that one land: the shows, the characters, the food, the retail, the rides, the character meet and greets. Just everything is just awesome. Yeah, love it. Definitely worth the trip. And yeah, I mean, it's an expensive trip. I can't see how when I can get there from a cost perspective, it's very expensive. So, yeah, but definitely, definitely, I would recommend staying at one of the Universal properties if you want to specifically do Universals. Adventure Kid, Jaggs, can Movie World this weekend on Sunday for checkup? Can Movie World this weekend? Are you asking if I'm going to Movie World? Probably not this weekend. I've got other things on this weekend. There'll still be a video, but it'd be a different video. Ryder, he's having a conversation with Kobe. That's all cool. What else we got here? I hope Fright Nights is worth it this year. Last year was really underwhelming since it was just a copy and paste of 2023. Yeah, I think that's why they've changed the mazes, 2 of the mazes this year, to definitely try to, make it a little different again. I think the rest of it is also a copy and paste entertainment-wise. Precincts look a little different. Like there is a new precinct down in the Wild West area. I think it's the what's it called? The containment, is it? I haven't got it in front of me, but the guy with the hazmat suit on. So that's a bit different. I think there's only the Payne Street, which is Main Street. The Wild West one, which is the containment one, and I think the other one was like around the Midway Games, like the Carnival Freaks show or something. So clowns around there. Look, if they do it well, it'll be good. So yeah, let's just see what the night brings. I'm hoping for, like, I know they've released the one like a meal based sort of a themed meal from, I think it's Gotham. But I mean, I like years gone by. Years ago, they had all the themed, so many themed foods. They had like donuts with big syringes in them, full of like jam. It looked like blood. Things like that. Like just so many themed foods and drinks and everything. And it sort of seems to be tapering down. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, this year we'll see some more of that. I love all that kind of stuff and the stuff that adds a bit more to the event. And we'll support them and buy that stuff to support them and get the food. And although a couple of years ago, so busy all night, didn't even get food. So it's just crazy how busy we are trying to film. Aston saying, I went to SeaWorld. There was my here was my experience. Old monorail abandoned. It's still, it's still just sitting down the back there. Maybe they're thinking about what they can turn it into. The castle is getting a bit of work done on it. Well, that's good. Front entry is getting work done, and the wooden coaster ride is rusting. The thing with SeaWorld, and years ago I did work there, so anything anything metal rusts there. Like, I know it's a wooden coaster, but there's the metal bolts and obviously brackets and things. The thing is, it's right by the ocean. So I'll give you an example. Like, I was running retail there, right? In the retail shop, we had a stand of metal key rings. The key rings would rust. They don't rust at Movie World because it's too far from the ocean. But the sea air rusts stuff all the time. It's natural. So you look at anything near the sea, you'll see rust. It's normal. It's natural. It's just surface discoloration rust. It's not like eating away at the thing. And they check all that anyway. So, and it's just seaside. It's normal. I think that's pretty normal. Going to Fright Nights this year. Bought fast passes as we are coming from Canberra. Ah, wow. I hope you enjoy it. Love your work, Jaggs. Thank you very much. That's from Nurses Rock. Thank you very much. Well, enjoy Fright Nights, and I'm sure you will. Aston saying SeaWorld is definitely working on the castle. Max is saying, what's your favorite order from Grilled Burgers? To be honest, I've only ever been there once. So, and that was quite a few years ago. I can't even remember what I had. I actually don't go to Grilled Burgers. It's pretty expensive, to be honest with you. So that's probably why I don't go there. But yeah, like during the week when I work, I just bring my lunch, fruit, water, in the car with me because I drive. I'm a rep, so I just sort of snack, fruit, whatever, while I'm driving. I don't stop for lunch. I never have a lunch break ever. And then my weekends, I'm at the theme parks, and then I'm editing. So I don't go out. I don't go to restaurants or not often, really, at all. So yeah, I'm not sure about Grilled, but I can tell you now, Grilled is not coming to Movie World. Let's talk about Grilled coming there. So yeah, you won't see a Grilled at Movie World. Aston, is it crazy? I forgot about Paradise Country. I guess like Paradise Country is a great park. Again, though, if nothing much is going on there, like I tend to visit maybe once a year, but I think it's been over a year since my last visit. So it's more of a few hour visit unless you're staying there. Definitely have a look into that. But yeah, it's great. I enjoy it, but again, if you go there, you got to do the whole experience. So you got to do the Billy T boarding, the boomerang show, the horseman show. You just got to see the whole experience, even Shaun the Sheep show. But yeah, it's a cool little park. Yeah, give them some love. Give them some love. What else we got here? Kyle says, cheers for the advice. No worries. Son loves wet and wild, and we are from Tasmania. So 24 degrees is swimming weather. Yeah. Well, 24, it was actually hot. Like, it felt like a hot day last Saturday. So we'll be redoing Dream World and the others, but we're unsure how busy the first day at Whitewater World was. Yeah, again, I mean, I can only say how busy it's been the last couple of years, and it's not packed. It's a nice, enjoyable day, and you can get on the rides, no dramas. Hey, the Big Crouchy, I reckon they should move the battle boats to Wet and Wild. Yeah, it's probably a good idea because you get really wet on that ride. That's a good idea, actually. Providing they allow you to ride it with no shoes. A nice big dark ride or attraction in that area. Yeah, it's a big space down there. 100%. They need to do something like that for sure. What's happening at Goodbye World? I haven't been back down there for a couple of years. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think their water park will be probably opening in September as well. It's a seasonal park. I like visiting that park. I've only visited there once, but they close the water park in winter because obviously Victoria down there is really cold. So visiting in summer, you're able to go for a swim, then go on some rides. It's just an awesome day like that. So yeah, a lot of flies there. I had a bad experience there. A lot of flies trying to talk, and I don't know how many I ate that day, but anyway, a lot of flies were there. It's out in the sort of country farming area, I guess, rural area. Hey Craig, do you know if Scooby Coaster has a new track or same track with upgrades? I think same track with upgrades to the best of my knowledge. Did you feel the earthquake on Saturday? No, I didn't. I know people on the Gold Coast did, but I tell you, at that exact time, I was driving. So, and the road I was on was bumpy, so I couldn't tell you. It could have been the earthquake, but I don't think so. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to have an earthquake in like Brisbane area or just north of Brisbane. Quinn says, I'm such a fan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, what have we got there? Ryder. I'm having a chat to someone else. Adventure Kid says, hey, Jaggs, what's your favorite character at Movie World? Would have to be Batman, probably, I would say. He's always cool. Cool guy. Aston is excited for the Gold Coast show. That's coming up next week. I think it is next week. Usually I take a visit to that. It's free to get in, so might as well get over there and even just walk around. You don't even have to spend much. Don't even have to do anything, really. Free to get in. What's your favorite scene in the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie? My favorite scene would probably have to be, wow, I don't know. You're talking the original, right? I'm guessing the original, which is the best. If we're talking the original, I don't know. I liked the scene, where they got to float up in that room and then they had to burp to get down. I think that was probably the one I liked when I was a kid. Aston, what do you think? What do you think of the Eka, the famous ice cream? To be honest, I was a bit disappointed. Yeah, it's pretty expensive now, but also it's not how it used to be. It used to be like an actual, like a circular ice cream. So you got the cone, you got the cut strawberries in the bottom of the cone. They still had that. And then the ice cream used to be, I'm sure, like a circular piece of ice cream that would just fit in there. And then the cream and the strawberries on top. It just seemed, the ice cream seemed to just be messy. I don't know. It's expensive. I had one for nostalgia for the video, but geez, it's expensive. Hey, Max, I just want to say thank you very much for the super chat. That's very kind of you, Max, and appreciate you being on the channel and super chatting. And you got a question there. It says, have you had the barbecue bonfire burger? I have not. Where is that from, mate? I'm not sure. Is that not? I don't even know where that's from. barbecue bonfire burger. It sounds nice. It sounds nice, but I'm not sure where that's from. Let me know where it's from. Hey, Sus Coasters, how does Stardust races compare to Velocicoaster? What do you think is better? So I rode Velocicoaster first, and then I rode Stardust races. Look, I know when I walked off Stardust races, I said, and I think it's even in my video, this is my new favorite coaster. I absolutely loved that coaster. I mean, Velocicoaster is insane and pretty crazy. But Stardust Racer was just, and it's more, I don't know, more fun or something. I don't know. I mean, I like Velocicoaster. It's awesome, but yeah, Stardust Racer is just something about that coaster that's just awesome. And maybe it's because you are dueling another coaster as well. And there's a part where it actually like shoots you up as well. So much airtime on that one. It's crazy. It's crazy. And yeah, I still think that's my favorite coaster. I definitely still think that's my favorite coaster. For sure. How you're today, or how am I today? Yeah, good, thanks. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Aston did the Serpent Slayer 5 times and regretted it. Did you do Wild Style? Did you? I would not do I wouldn't even do Wild Style once. I couldn't. It would knock me out 100%. But yeah, you're pretty brave to be doing that. Hey Jaggs, what day would you suggest going to Movie World for ride queues? Well, it depends on the time of year. So, probably a weekday, but out of holidays. But check the maintenance schedule to see what's closed and open, because if you're wanting to ride certain rides, you want to check them first. Make sure they're actually open before you get there, because that's when they tend to have rides on maintenance outside of the holidays. So weekends can get quite busy. Obviously, annual pass holders and things, as well as tourists that are here as well. Riders saying the website saying the early bird tickets for Halloween have sold out. Really? That's pretty crazy, because they're supposed to be on sale until tomorrow midnight. That's not good if that's the case. Wow, they must have had a pretty good well, there you go. I've missed out. So second night it is, and full price. Do you remember SeaWorld having that SpongeBob 4D? Yeah, I do remember SpongeBob 4D cinema. That was it was actually pretty good. They had quite a few cool 4D things. I think they had another 4D one in there as well. But yeah, that one was pretty good. Definitely pretty good. What have we got here? Sorry, just scrolling back, guys. Okay. Skeletor, how you going? Thanks for jumping on. What new shows do they have at the Nickelodeon Theater? I think there's nothing in there at the moment. I think it's just doesn't exist anymore, I believe. Anton, trying to finalize our trip to the Gold Coast. Do we have any idea when Happy Halloween dates will be released? No, but they've already released Spring County Fair. Oh, sorry, Spring Country Fair, I think it is called now. I believe that was today. By the way, if you want to go on Big Brother, they're looking for housemates. So if that's something you want to do, get on there and apply. Yeah, Spring Country Fair. Today, I think it was, they released that one. It is coming back. So they've only released that today. 5th of, hang on, September the, I just missed it. It starts on, it'd be for the school holidays anyway. So it'd be like the end of September to the beginning of October, I'd say. Let me see. I'll just wait for the, here we go. September the 20th until the 6th of October. So if they've released that today, the next event they'll release would be Happy Halloween. So they haven't, I haven't searched any, but if you've been searching and haven't seen it, they obviously haven't released the dates for Happy Halloween yet. So as soon as we see it, or if I get an email, I'll post it. So just keep an eye on the channel or on my Instagram, and as soon as we know, we'll post something there, so you'll know. Jack says, "Thanks, Jaggs, you're the man." Thank you, appreciate you. Skeletor, I wish SeaWorld kept the Ninja Turtles van. Is that gone? Has it? I wonder where it's gone. Big Crouchy just booked a Trans-Pacific cruise from LA to Brisbane next year. Wow, that's cool, man. That's so awesome. In September. Doing a week in LA beforehand, so looking forward to Disney and Universal. Oh, I'm so jealous. That'll be awesome. Can't wait to hear more about that. Hey, Jaggs, did you know that Steel Taipan now has a new slow-mo video you can buy? I didn't know that. Interesting. $5 edition if you buy the photo too. Gives a video footage of you through the tunnel. I didn't know that. Very cool. Thanks for letting us know. Is that Toxic Trimix? When did they start that? I wonder. That's cool. That's really cool. I'll have to try and check that out next time I'm there. Thanks for sharing that info. That's really cool. That's really cool. Aston says, "It's just me, or is Village Roadshow not caring about their theme parks and focusing on other important things like new movies?" It depends who's funding what, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. There'd be definitely plans in the pipeline, and I think from memory, I can't remember how their financial year works. Whether I think can't remember if they're on a calendar year or the financial year. I can't really remember. Maybe the financial year. So maybe they can get some money released soon to do some stuff. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, they do need to spend a bit of money on a few things around the park. James says hi. James Sharrett. Hey James, thanks for jumping on. Aston says Gambaya World reminds me of Dream World. It's probably because they've got the old buzzsaw ride there. But yeah, it has a similar vibe, with the animals and all that. It's pretty cool. Hey Mitchell says, would you recommend Universal Studios Singapore for a family holiday with a 6-year-old? Outside Universal Studios, is there anything else you know of in Singapore kids families would enjoy? 100%. Now, Universal Studios definitely fine for a kid that age. They got the whole Minions land there. It's just brand new land. It's awesome. It's so cool. There's also the Shrek land. There's rides there for kids that age and younger even as well. And depending on their height and how brave they are, they may even get on some of the other coasters. But there's family rides there. There's Transformers. 100% highly recommend Universal Studios for family visit. 100%. Outside of that, and I've still got videos to be released. In fact, I will be releasing a Singapore video for this week, purely because I've got just so many other things going on this weekend. I can't get to, well, at this point in time, I can't really get to the theme parks this weekend. So I've got attractions, stuff from Singapore, like around Sentosa Island coming out. So, yeah, so you'll be able to have a look at that. But there's, like Gardens by the Bay. I mean, at first, even I thought it's going to be a little bit boring, but we'll go because it looks nice. But I tell you what, thoroughly enjoyed it. There's the Cloud Forest Walk. There's Flower Dome, and in fact there's a Jurassic Park experience in the Cloud Forest at the moment. And that was being set up when we were there, so it just opened after we came back. But so worth it. You have to do that. Like, definitely there's that to do, 100%. And also at the Gardens by the Bay, they have a free light show at night with these trees. It's like goes for like 20 minutes every night. It's amazing. The city, I mean, Singapore as a country, it's basically a CBD. And all the trains are all underground. You don't see a train. They're all underground. They run every 4 minutes precisely. It's so clean and safe. It's amazing. The whole country is like end to end is under 50 kilometers. Like it's a small country. It's more of just like a CBD basically. And yeah, people don't have cars there. Well, there's cars, but to own a car, you have to pay a $100,000 certificate of entitlement to own a car, and that's because the country's so small they can't have so many cars. There's actually a limit, so it's only really people that ride share or taxis or trucks or businesses. There's a lot of motorbikes, not as many as in some of the other Asian countries, of course, but you still have to buy that certificate of entitlement to have a vehicle. It's $100,000. You pay it off over 10 years. You can only have it for 10 years. Like, if we moved to Singapore, you actually wouldn't need a car. The public transport's so good. It's so good. It's amazing, actually. Safe to get around. Yeah, highly recommend a family trip to Singapore. Look, there's so many other cool things to see and do. There's like markets and that. One thing just to remember though, it is so humid and hot there all year round. You just got to stay hydrated a lot. Water bottles. You just got to have water bottles with you. It's beautiful. It's just really, really humid and hot. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, the shopping centers are beautiful. Yeah, even just to have a look around, there's food everywhere. The food markets, hawker centers for food are great. La Paz Satay Street. There's so much. It's just, yeah, I highly recommend it. Definitely. Plenty to do there. Plenty to do. But shopping wise is really expensive. Food is cheap, like good value. It's just like you don't get, for example, like over here, you come to the Gold Coast, you go to Harbour Town, right? You go to the Nike store, they have 40% off. You get shoes under $100. But over there, they have the same deal. They have like a Harbour Town type of like a DFO or whatever you want to call it, outlet shopping center, and they have the 40% off in that, but they're really expensive still. And because the dollar is, I think it was about, when we went, about 75 cents. So 75. So one Australian dollar only buys you 75 cents Singapore. So already you've got the exchange rate, issue, and then it's more expensive. So you don't really go there to buy clothing or shoes or anything like that. It's not a shopping destination. But when you go to the markets, though, the souvenirs and things are cheap. Like you can get all like Singapore souvenirs. They have T-shirts for like a few dollars and all that kind of thing. I'm not talking counterfeit fake brands. I'm talking like Singapore souvenir type shirts and all the souvenir things you can get, pens, key rings, and all. They got so much of that. Chinatown is amazing. Yeah. Anyway, highly recommend it. Definitely, you'll love it. A week's probably long enough for a holiday in Singapore. And time you work out what you want to do. There is also in Sentosa Island is luge. In fact, I'll have video on that. That's fun for the whole family. And there's like little beaches there. There's a water park as well. So there's plenty to do. Trust me, plenty to do. You'll love it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that, Mitchell. What else we got here? Where's the Peninsula Springs water? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I do have it here, of course. I was just finishing a a soft drink. I won't tell you what brand I'm drinking, of course, because I don't want to promote brands that I don't want to promote. It's just what was in the fridge. But yes, if you are looking for a refreshing natural spring water, Peninsula Springs is the way to go. It's a small bottle, but you can get the 500 ml. I think 500 ml or the size here, which I think is 350. So yes, I always have one on hand. But watch this space. Anyway, thanks for asking, Anton. Now I've lost my place because I just went to click and the whole feed went. So give me a second. I'll just find where I'm at because I don't want to miss anyone's questions. But by the way, and I say it every week, but if I have missed reading anything out or I've missed a question, just write it again. Or if I do miss it, just send me a DM on Instagram. I pretty much or I always answer on there. It might not be immediately because obviously I work and I'm not on it all day. So yeah. Your opinion on Conjuring upcoming? Is that the new movie coming out? I think it is. So if it is, then yes, that will be cool. The Jumpling Dumplings go to the Gold Coast show. I don't want to speak for them because I don't know if he's got a stand coming there or not. But I think in years gone by, I don't think he's been there. But you never know. You never know. Love Jumpling Dumplings. Tron is such a good coaster. 100%. I haven't been on it yet. That's one. It's on, well, plenty, one of many on my bucket list. Kira says hi. Hey, Kira. Thanks for jumping on. Aston, what do you think of the new coaster in Saudi Arabia? Yes. That is that the Giga coaster? All I can say is wow. I mean, going down that cliff like that, it sounds like a jet engine. It's crazy. So obviously, I don't think I'd ever get to that park to ride it. But interesting, very interesting. That's just next level stuff right there. They've pushed the boundaries, like in many ways for that coaster. So look, as soon as we start to see people riding it, and once the park opens, was it called Kadir World or something like that? I can't remember the pronunciation, but yeah, Kadir World or something. But anyway, whatever it is, I've pronounced that wrong. I know I have, but anyway, yeah, next level. I'd go on it if I was there, but again, I don't think I'd ever get over to that part of the world. On the current budget, anyway. Akira saying got back from cruise today on the Carnival Encounter. Oh wow, that's right. Forgot you said you were going on that. Hope you had a great time. Hope the weather was good most of the time. I hope you had an awesome time. Cruises are awesome, absolutely awesome. Aston's saying, yeah, that coaster is the tallest, fastest, longest. Yeah, it is. It's a giga. They call it Giga Coaster. It'd be cool. Carl says the Tiger Walk attraction is now finished by the looks of it. Yep, it sure is. It sure is. The Tiger Walk, yes, is yep. Tiger Show back on again now. So it's funny because I read that it was on. Someone mentioned it was on, but I don't know if it is. Yeah. If it is, it's not to the. I think, yeah. Like if it is, I haven't been there at midday to check it out if there is still one or not. What they might do is they might place food out and let the tigers in go around and find it. So that's more, and maybe they might talk, but they're not in with them anymore. So yeah, I don't know. It was a bit confusing, like because when you go online, if you type in Tiger Show Dreamworld, it says Tiger Show's on at 12:00 every day. But again, I think that needs to be removed if it's not right. So anyway, because when you go to Dreamworld's website, it's actually not on there. But there is tiger activity on in that main arena when they're in there, and then the tiger walk though is much better. It's pretty cool. They're up close. It's really awesome. Do you know why all the rides at Movie World are shut down? They're not quite all shut down, but there's maintenance and there's also unplanned maintenance on a couple of like Superman and The Flash. So that's all I can say. There's planned maintenance and then unplanned on a couple of rides, which then impacts the park. Not sure why they're down. Trust me, never do Wild Style 5 times on the Serpent Slayer. Shockwave 3 times. You're crazy, Aston. I don't know how you even want to do that. I would be a mess if I even if I did it once. If I did Wild Style once, I'd be gone. Watching it makes me sick. So no, I think 5 times was probably. I mean, you're probably a lot younger than me, so I think the younger you are, the more you can tolerate a lot of that stuff. I probably could tolerate it more, probably when I was younger, but now, nah, no way, no chance at all, no chance. Yes, yes, he says never do it, and Shockwave as well. Absolutely. Which theme park or event or activity would you recommend for youth members? Which theme park or event would you recommend for? I mean, depends what they want to. I mean, all the theme parks cater for people of those age groups. Yeah, but if you think about an event like, say, an attraction like, if there's like teams, then you could do things like bowling. Obviously, they're fun, or laser strike, or even the Hijinks Hotel. Fun challenges or escape rooms, that kind of thing, where they work as a team. Probably stuff like that. There's plenty of those attractions, in and around surfers, as well. Yeah, I don't know when they started that slow motion either on that one, Aston. So we'll have to look into that. Would you call SeaWorld a big park or a small park? Then Movie World and Dream World. Physical size, it's big. It's long. It takes a bit to get around. Yeah, I'd call it big. Movie World's compact. Dream World's quite big. I think Dream World might be the biggest actually. Carrie, hey, Carrie, is it Carrie? Carrie. My eyesight. Sorry about that. Are you planning on doing the Harry Potter experience at Sierra May Wines? I can. I just, for me, it's the time. I haven't got the time spare to do it. I've heard mixed. I know you're saying you went to it. What was your thoughts overall? I guess, have you been to any of like the other Harry Potter events? I know this one is one that travels around, I think, the world, so it must be pretty good. But I have heard a few mixed sort of responses about how good it was, or maybe how it wasn't good in some parts. So I don't know. Mixed reactions for the money, and then you got to pay for all the parking. It's $20. Is it $20 for parking? I think as well, which you have to pay because it's the only place you can park when you get there. But no, I've considered it, but is it a nighttime only event? I think it might be, which for filming may or may not be ideal for a good quality video. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts were. I'd be keen to hear what your thoughts were. When should we see the Big Brother house? Well, I'll ask this question. Where do you guys think? I don't know. They've got to have started to build this thing now, or it's probably a prefabricated, pre-assembled thing that they just bring in and plonk down somewhere and then build around it. But where is the question? And there's probably a couple of things. There's probably 2 or 3 locations. One I mentioned is down that far end near the convention center. They could use the convention center for the live shows for the studio audience, and have the house maybe on the land behind that where Thunderbolt used to be. They could also, move into where like the Trolls Land used to be, in that sort of void between that Kenny's mansion and Barrels, kind of in there. Or where the old vintage cars were. There's all that land down there, like, and it's sort of at the back of the park, away from everything. Probably ideal location. Quite a good sized land down there, although it floods. So I don't know when it rains. The land that the old house was on isn't owned by Dreamworld, and maybe now that they haven't got access to it, maybe, I don't know. It could also go maybe where the old log flume was, down there, the giant drop there on the other side there, and the old water park. So I don't know where else it could go. Really, I think it's limited to those parts. But either way, the show starts this year, so they got to get it cracking. So anyway, as soon as we see something or spot something, I'm sure someone will see it before I see it. But we'll share that info as soon as we can find out more. And I believe, well, I think it's speculation, but I think once it's going in that, we might be able to somehow, I don't know if we can see the house or go maybe a paid attraction. Obviously, not interact with the housemates, but there might be a chance where you can maybe view them in the outside area. I don't know. Maybe not, but maybe they won't allow it because it's a televised thing. I don't know, but the good thing is we're going to be able to go to the live audience shows. How cool is that going to be? I used to go to them all the time when it was on, and then I want to say all the time, maybe a couple of times, and they were awesome. It was pretty cool to be part of. So definitely recommend it. What do we got here? So the slow-mo video only at Dreamworld only became available this week. So this is apparently on the steel taipan. So if you buy the photos, you get a slow-mo video for an extra $5, was it? Of you when you go through the tunnel. That's pretty cool. So it'd be interesting to see that. Have to check it out. Bit of a hidden offer for now. Pretty cool. So saying it can be found within the new Dream Picks counter, which is in the new Main Street shop. They've incorporated that into there. King Claus should be testing in 2 weeks, hopefully. Well, yeah, I heard that in the next couple of weeks it should be doing some testing, or 2 to 3 weeks. I guess they'll be doing testing. I don't think that will be open for September, October. Still too much to do, but either way, it'll be opening this year, and we can't wait for that. Big Crouchy saying in Singapore the luge ride is awesome. Yeah, we did that. It was pretty cool. Also, the zoos are great. Yeah, that's right. We didn't do the zoo, but I heard that too. So there you go. There's zoos you can do as well. And nighttime zoo. That'd be pretty cool. Awesome. Thanks for that. Looks like LB Games is spamming, so please stop. Squishy's Family Fun. Hey, thanks for jumping on. I forgot you were on. No worries. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. Let Bar on King Claw's crazy. Yeah, it's when I saw that, I was like, yeah, geez, I don't know. That's going to feel so unsafe. I mean, no, it's not unsafe, but when you got that bar and secure over here, you feel like you're in and you're locked in. But when it's just a lap bar and you're hanging upside down on that pendulum ride, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. It definitely is pretty crazy. So interesting to see how that goes. Okay, do you miss the Madagascar show at Dreamworld? It was a good show. It absolutely was. Wouldn't say I miss it, but I think, yeah, that whole Madagascar area and thing was definitely the way to go, for sure. Favorite ride at Universal Studios Singapore? Ooh. Yeah, I really like the Jurassic Park ride there because it's a rapid ride, and has a dark ride component. It was really cool. Saying that too, the roller coasters there, the Battlestar Galactica dueling coasters there are also awesome as well. And of course, they got Transformers, which is always a favorite. So, but for something different, yeah, I'd say probably the Jurassic Park water ride there. This is different from all the other parks. I'd say that for sure. Hey Jags, do you know if the higher ups at Movie World and Dream World listen to feedback from theme park vloggers and YouTubers? I don't know, mate. Like, I mean, I know that they probably someone there will probably see vlogs and stuff, and yeah, maybe listen to feedback. Probably I would suggest if for constructive feedback, like I would always suggest sending in an email and actually addressing certain issues to the right people. It gets forwarded on. I know they do definitely forward those to the right people. I'd always suggest that for any kind of feedback. So yeah. DreamWorks or Kenny and Belinda? I mean, I'm an IP guy. I love the DreamWorks stuff. I love that stuff, but I understand why they've gone away from that, and I think it's a good fit for Dreamworld. And so yeah, for them, I think it's probably the right direction at the moment, because also that frees up money because you got to pay so much money to those licenses. Now they got that free money, or not free money, spare money that they would have spent on that to do other things and invest other things in the park. Do you know how far Dreamworld train off is? So the track won't extend; it'll just rejoin. It must be close because I think the back part's really nearly. So I would say within. I mean, there's been no given time frame, so keep that in mind. But I would say based off kind of where it's at, it would have to be within the next couple of weeks. It should be joined up very soon, and then they just got to obviously test it and make sure it's fine, and then off we go again. So I'm looking forward to jumping on and doing the full circuit again, and that's just purely because I'm really looking forward to going through Rivertown, but also I'm looking forward to seeing the train going through Rivertown behind Murrissippi Motors. How cool is that going to look? So I think it's going to be awesome. I think probably a couple of weeks away. That's just my opinion. There's no date, so it could be longer, could be shorter. Does the Roxy need an upgrade? Yeah, look, I think the current movie, whilst Wizard of Oz is a classic, I just don't think it fits the 4D genre, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It just seemed like it's not the right fit for the cinema. That's just my opinion, but hopefully they maybe change that out. It's coming up. It'll be. I think they put that in maybe when they opened Wizard of Oz Land. So coming up a year, the end of this year. So again, I know they got to pay money for redo a new movie in there, and it's not easy. But hopefully they'll put a new movie in there for the Christmas holiday. So if Scooby reopens for this September, October, then maybe they might put a new movie in for Roxy for the Christmas peak holiday period. So we can only but hope. Have you done the big breakfast buffet at Sky Point yet? No, I haven't had a chance yet, but it's on the list for sure. It's on the list. I love a brekkie buffet. And I missed you on the Patreon podcast. Yeah. Man, I was so busy and with work, and I didn't even pick up my personal phone that day at all because we normally message each other to remind what we're doing. And I got home really late, well after they'd started recording, and I just missed it. And that was just life got in the way. So just really busy during the week. Really, really busy. I've done Harry Potter. So this is Carrie again. I've done Harry Potter in Universal. If you don't amp up your expectations, it's not bad for the younger kids. Paid parking, you're right, it's a ripoff. And yeah, it's a nighttime event. Yeah, so I mean, is because the person I spoke to, random, I don't know the person. I just happened to talk to someone about. Someone mentioned to me that they'd just done that experience, and I said, "Oh, what's it like?" And they said, it was good, but it was kind of like, someone had just like you gone to someone's house and that's set up, but better than that, obviously. And I said, "Oh, have you been to Harry Potter lands and the theme parks?" And yeah, years ago they have, but they said obviously we're not comparing them. But they said, look, it was good for the little kids, and that's kind of what they said. And and it rained the night they were there, and there was no shelter, and they got soaked. So I mean, there's a few things there, and they said, about the parking and that. So, but again, if you've never been to a Harry Potter theme park and you love Harry Potter and you got the little kids and they want to get on their cloaks and they have their wands, I think it's great. So yeah, would I go? Maybe. I don't know when it finishes. I'm probably gonna miss it, but yeah, I've got to look into it again. I'm super busy at the moment, so we'll have to see. I'll have to see. Okay, sorry guys, just went straight past a few comments. It's going back. Spin Country Fair. Yep, back at Dreamworld. Yep, 20th of October to the September to the 6th of October, and then Happy Halloween will pretty much follow straight after that. Actually, so I think they leave up the hay bales for Halloween and just put pumpkins around. I hope they bring back Friday night games on Big Brother. Yes, hopefully. They were cool. When the Big Brother live audience shows, look, we haven't had any dates yet, so yeah, not too sure on that one. They'll announce it all, and then we'll know. All right. Jason's saying for the Big Brother house, if it's too close to other rides and noises, it won't be great, obviously, because they'll hear a lot of external noise. So yeah, you're right. It would interfere with the audio. So yeah, we don't know. Maybe down the back where the vintage cars used to be. That's my thoughts. Well, I have two thoughts. One was the Thunderbolt area, but they'd have to make it soundproof, especially with the Gold Coaster roller coaster right there as well. So yeah, probably not maybe ideal unless they're going to do it different this year. You never know. Dreamworld's really upping their game. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, I agree. Kira can't wait for Fright Nights. Yes, it's always a fun event. So looking forward to that. Whoever LB Games is, can you not please not spam this? This is just for chatting about theme parks and attractions and what's going on around the Gold Coast. So yeah, you obviously are just spamming for no reason. Please don't bother coming back. Kobe Wiggle, thoughts on Jurassic World Adventure ride at Universal it's a crazy ride. Absolutely. I love all the Jurassic Park rides at all the Universal parks. Just next level and love them. Excited for Whitewater World. Yeah, that's definitely great. That's opening again in about 3 weeks' time, which is cool. What would you like to see at a new Wizard of Oz land at Movie World? What would you like to see? Very, very new at Wizard of Oz land at Movie World. What one thing would you change about it? Look, I mean, there's plenty of things they could change there, I guess. Some things, I think the issue with that land. I mean, look, it is good land, of course. I mean, they've done their best with what they've got, but that's the thing, they haven't built it from scratch. Like, say, for example, Rivertown, they were able to knock the whole existing place flat and start from scratch. Wizard of Oz, they've used existing structure and buildings. Now, maybe they had to for certain reasons. I don't know. So I guess that's where the opportunity could have been. Maybe it would have cost a lot more, obviously, if they had have knocked it down, but then maybe we would have seen something completely different. So, yeah, look, I mean, if you want to add anything more to it, I don't know. Something interactive, maybe. I don't know. Like, when you walk through the queue line for the Flight of the Wicked Witch, it's cool, and it's cool. It's interactive. So maybe like a dark ride or walkthrough that's got characters in it and things, maybe animatronics. Something like that maybe would be pretty cool. You never know. Wizard of Oz land, lack of seating, yeah, prison. Look, I mean, I know they've put a few extra things in there. They've done a few things, but yeah, there's a lot of caged areas, but it's just for safety. But I don't know. They just don't want something falling and hitting anyone walking underneath. Obviously, I think they were. The safety team has gone. You got to be covered in. So it is what it is. Hollywood stunt shows not the best. Bring back the old one. They need to bring back. Actually, you know what? I heard there's a new Police Academy movie coming out. Did anyone else hear that? I actually saw that somewhere the other day. A new Police Academy movie. Maybe it's time we see a Police Academy reimagined new version show come back. You never know. That might be something they might do. You never know. We'll have to wait and see. Lucas, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Kerry, oh, I've lost my place. Sorry. Let's just flick straight up. Motor Coast is back open. Yep. Closes October for more maintenance. I did hear that, actually. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed here. Hollywood stunt drivers beyond tired. Yeah. It's look, they do a great job, but I think the actual theme of the show needs something else. It needs a new theme. It just needs a new theme. Maybe new vehicles, whatever it is. It just needs something different. A new stunts or something. Big opportunity in that space, I reckon, moving forward. Any new rides being planned at Movie World? My guess would be that they'd surely have to have something planned for the Doomsday area, in my opinion. So, but nothing's been announced, so we don't know. So that's my guess. Once next year comes along and Scooby's back open, they got through the end of the year and all that, Doomsday needs to be reimagined. Something needs to go in there for sure. So yeah, that's what I think. Don't know of anything specific though on that one. SMT official. I got my theme park locals one pass. That's awesome. There's no free tickets to Fright Nights on that pass. They don't. All the Fright Nights tickets are paid tickets only. There's no free ones. The only free tickets you get is Carnival, White Christmas, and Spooky Nights at SeaWorld. Fright Nights is always an additional paid event. Apparently, Vortex is going to be down in November. So yeah, if you're visiting the parks from outside on holidays, always check the ride maintenance schedule when you're planning to visit. Don't want to get disappointed when the rides are down, especially outside of holidays. If you're going to be here during the holidays, you can pretty much guarantee everything's going to be open, but I'll always allow either multi-day visits so you can ride everything or fast track, but they're very expensive. So it depends which way you want to do that. In my opinion, country fair is least favorite event. Street food was really definitely Good, had a full stomach. Yeah, look, I think Spring Country Fair is more for the families and the younger kids. They have the petting zoo and all that there. I still enjoy it. It's cool. And they usually do some good food for that event too. And I like to try, some of the new foods and stuff. So, yeah, fair enough. Everyone has their favorite events. GC Party Bus is saying Little Red Drum got a part at Movable Fright Night. That's awesome. That's good news. Lucas is saying he can't go to Fright Nights because he's only 11. Fair enough. Well, it's recommended 15 plus. However, if you're with your parents or guardian over 18, I think whilst it's only recommended, it's just the content is obviously probably not suitable for someone your age. But saying that, I've seen younger kids there. It's not really, it doesn't feel right having younger kids at those events because it's not an event for, it's a scare event. And it can be pretty full on, and that's why. So it just depends. But if your parents go like, yeah, we've been, and you'll be fine. And yeah, like I know my daughter doesn't like it, so she won't go. So everyone's different. A Little Red Drum. Yeah, hi. Thanks for jumping on and congrats on getting the part. That's fantastic. Good news. No doubt I will bump into you there one of the nights. Crypt of Cain. Okay, so there you go. In the Crypt of Cain. There you go. Oh, so SMT official saying it says you get a. If he says you get a. Oh, okay. Sorry. There is a pass you can buy that does have a Fright Nights. You're right. It's not the normal one that you buy. The normal one pass doesn't come with it, but there is one available at the moment that has. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, you are correct about that. Yeah, there is definitely something attached to the Fright Night one. That's right. After King Claw, what do you think will be the next for Dreamworld? Hoping for a log flume. Yeah, look, Splash Mountain or a Wild West Falls type ride. I think a water ride definitely. I'd like to see a water ride go back in there. I think most of us would. There's plenty of room, so I think they can do it. So let's just wait and see what happens there, eh? Let's wait and see. It's been. I've been disappointed with the festival food at Dreamworld in the last year, apart from street food. I found during the Dreamworld Festival, they just promote everyday food. Yeah, I think they have some new things and some regular items on there. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they can't have a full menu of new stuff every time, but yeah, I always like to try whatever's new that they're bringing out. Have you seen Riley's new video? I feel bad for him. I haven't yet. I literally haven't watched anyone's. Like as again, I'm so busy during the week. I know I'm busy 7 days a week actually, but I try to squeeze in when I can other content. So yeah. So again, Monday to Friday, I work long hours. Into the evenings as well. I just have zero time. Saturday, this channel is about theme parks and attractions. So I'm out doing my filming on a Saturday, theme parks and attractions. Then I'm editing and then trying to schedule content for during the week and things like that. And then I try to catch up on fellow content creators' videos as well, because I like to support everyone else's channels as well and make sure I watch their videos, give them likes, give them comments to help them out as well. And Riley's obviously got a lot of great content with his overseas stuff. I did see, I think, something come up on a story. Maybe was it a rainy day or a park was closed or something? Maybe I caught something, but I haven't had time to sit down and watch anything yet. And yeah, it's just unfortunate. I'm just so busy, so busy. And of course, I've got other things to do, normal life stuff in between. in those minutes between those other things. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sure I'll catch up on what he's put out soon. Little Red Drum, can't wait to scare you. So I just end up laughing half the time anyway. So, but if you scare me good, then you're doing a great job. Anton says on Friday nights, is it better to park closer to the exit, or doesn't really make a difference? Definitely. So I would recommend parking. So if you're okay, if I'm standing at the front of Movie World and at the front gates, or the front gates, like where the road is, say where the pedestrian crossing is, and I'm looking at Movie World, and if I turn around and face the car park, right, I'm looking at the car park. So you want to park on the left-hand side, right on that far corner. So I guess if you're on the motorway looking at Movie World, it's on the front right-hand corner, because you can go straight on that front road and straight along and get out, and you don't get caught up in all the traffic. Handy hint right there. It just means you got to walk a little bit further just to get there and back, but you don't get caught in that traffic, and you just hop in the car. You can just go on that front road straight away, and you're out. Easy. Village Roadshow's local pass. Yeah, $230 has the Friday night entry. That's right. There is a special one they've launched for Friday nights. When should we see the other side of the giant drop opening? I don't think they've announced that yet either, but I would say for the September, October, if it's ready, they'll have it open for that, for capacity. I have got a one pass light. Can I still get one entry to Friday nights? No, I think you have to buy the one they've just released, which includes that one. It's a different one, I believe. I saw AU Theme Park at Movie World. Cool. He's a good guy. It's still active. Yeah, just have to check on their website for that pass. Brandon says, thank you for all you do and providing us with content with your already busy schedule. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. No dramas. It's a passion of mine. Theme parks. Again, that's why my channel is about theme parks specifically and attractions. That's my content. I always get people asking, hey, you should go do this and that and this and this and this. My channel is theme parks and attractions. So that's what I do. So, passionate about it. And I always have, I have a massive schedule written out of where I need to go, what I need to do, events coming up. Hence why I'm always so busy with that. And I appreciate the fact that you appreciate it, because I appreciate everyone who supports the channel, watches the channel as well. Again, I've been doing it for, I don't know, 6 years, but again, because I can only do 1 day a week, if I was doing it more regularly, like in terms of if I was able to get to the parks more, my channel would be bigger than it is by default, because YouTube would pump. Like if you're putting more videos out, it actually pushes out, the algorithm pushes it out to more people. It's just how the algorithm works, nature of what it does. So I'm limited just due to my limited time. But hey, it's my passion, it's my enjoyment. I just love putting stuff out there, and if anyone watches it, it's a bonus. So, and I appreciate you guys also supporting the channel and myself, and being on the lives and all that sort of thing as well. So thank you for that. What do we got there? Good tip, Jaggs. No worries. Yep. Make sure you park where I said. You'll be fine. Tim arranged a day to go to Dreamworld for Eka Day. Feeling it could be quieter. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Eka Day, the theme parks are packed. Packed. I used to work at the theme parks, because if you've got a pass, you get in, all the rides are free, right? Absolutely. go to the Ekka, you got to pay to get in, $30, $40, and you got to pay, I think, between $12 and $25 per ride, depending on the rides. So, and food and everything else. Massive expensive day. Parking, $37, probably more as well, unless you catch a train, which is highly recommended, to the Ekka, to the exhibition station. I was going to, but I had to do something after the Ekka, so I had to park. $37 I paid for parking. But yeah, so theme parks get absolutely smashed on those days. Now, Gold Coast Show Day, they still get smashed, but Gold Coast Show is free to get in. And then you still got to pay for rides and pay for everything else. But that's the difference. So, yeah, Gold Coast Show Days, you'll probably find the parks are still, on that Friday, parks will be still busy, quite busier than normal. Just want to mention that this is Ryder. I will only go one night this year to Fright Nights. No worries, mate. What maze are you excited for at Fright Nights? Excuse me. Well, I'm excited to see the two new ones because I really just want to see what they're doing there. Little Red Drum says, what a humble life going to theme parks all the time. Well, I mean, one day a week. One day a week. When I'm on holiday, I try to go to attractions and theme parks and stuff like that. I guess YouTube doesn't make me a lot of money, but it does help pay for my tickets to go, my annual passes, that kind of thing, so I can put more videos out. And that's I'm happy with that. So it's good. Also, if anyone wants to support the channel, supporting the channel, watching the videos and liking the videos, sharing the channel, that's definitely supporting me in a massive way, and I really appreciate that. Super chats, there's been a few super chats on here tonight, and that's appreciated. Also through Buy Me a Coffee app, there's a QR code, or there's a link in my in the bio on Linktree on my Instagram. Plus on most of the videos, there's a QR code on the screen. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. Essentially, it's $5 minimum sponsor, I guess. I get like $4.20 out of that, because the people that run the app get a cut, and that helps builds up and helps also support the channel. So if I've gone overseas and had to buy theme park tickets and all that helps support it, so I can put more videos out. I mean, ideally, in a perfect world, I'd love to do this full time, 100%, but it just doesn't pay enough. You can't survive on this alone. There's just no way. It just doesn't pay enough. Not yet, anyway. So one day, keep sharing the channel, liking the videos. That'd be cool. The more we can grow, the more things we can do, and you never know. One day it might be a full-time gig. You never know. Lucky I love my full-time job at the moment. At the moment, this is good. I love my job, and then I love doing this. This is my hobby. This is what I love. It's my passion. Okay, what do we got? Damien, hey, thanks for jumping on, my friend. I'm well, and I hope you and your family are doing well and staying warm down there in Victoria. Hope you're well. SMT official, what do you think the summoning song will be for 2025? I think it should be Disease by Lady Gaga. Yes, that would be a good one. I don't know. I just hope they change it up. I mean, there's plenty out there they could definitely choose from. Yeah, plenty they could choose from. Are you going to go to the Sydney Easter show next year? Look, it's on my list. I have a list of stuff I want to go to and do, and of course, it all depends on funds and time. It's one I definitely want to go to the Sydney Easter show. Yeah, I just have to see what happens. It's all timing, It's all timing. It's whether I get time off work. Are flights cheap? Are they not? Because there's also accommodation. Tickets. Like it's not cheap. So, however, I'd love to. So. And it's on the list. So 1 year, I mean, hopefully next year. Yeah. If not, maybe the year after. But yes, I would love to get to that for sure. What night am I going to Friday nights? I haven't bought a ticket yet, so apparently I've missed out on the early bird. But anyway, I was saying earlier on, normally the second night's the best night because the first night is a bit, wobbly. They haven't quite got things right. They these gaps in the night where they go, okay, we need more people there. By the second night, they've usually got that down pat, and second night onwards is usually bang on. So I'm thinking the second night this year might be more my go if I get a ticket. Eck is a ripoff. Look, they're going about cost of living crisis and all that. And I tell you what, the Ekka was packed. I mean, the day I went was, it was opening day and it was raining. It was cold. It was like I had a jumper and a jacket on. It was freezing that day. But as the day progressed, the rain stopped and it probably, didn't quite get as it wasn't as cold anymore. More people started to fill up and people were buying everything like rides. People were going everything. They're spending money on the food. And I'm just like, well, I guess people were holding off for the Echo or something. But I mean, everyone's different. They spend their money on different things. But also, you know what? There's enough doom and gloom in the world, right? And this is kind of why I do this channel too. Like, I just like positivity and fun. Like, so why not go out and do fun stuff? Don't, lounge around and be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, so get out there and enjoy the fun stuff. Yes, it's going to cost a bit of money, but you can't take it with you once you're gone. So make it happen. That's what I say. Even it's like overseas trips, right? I mean, I go on about, I can't afford to do. I've got heaps of overseas trips on my list, but geez, can't really get to them all, obviously. But excuse me. But I tell you what, you got to do some trips, right? I mean, we have to usually get a loan to do them, but if you didn't do that, you'd never go. You can pay that off. You can pay it off through the travel agent or the bank. You can pay it off, and that's a good thing. If to do a big trip, it costs a lot of money, but you live once. You got to do it. You got to see what these parks overseas can do. Like with the money they spend, it's incredible. It blows your mind. Again, I've got plenty of videos on the channel. Excuse me. Of like Epic Universe, Universal Studios. If you haven't watched, I know some people don't watch the videos because they're like, oh, I'm not going to go, so I won't watch it. Just have a look, check them out. It helps me out too. But also, what you can experience and what they deliver and what they spend on the rides over there blows your mind. Like at Epic Universe, they spent billions of dollars on that park. The Harry Potter land alone in that park was more than $1 billion. That's insane money. And then the rides, the technology, it's just next level. And you are so immersed in everything. It blows your mind. The detail in every part of those parks blows your mind. If you love theme parks, which you all must, you're on this live chat, you watch the channels, try and get overseas one day if you haven't been. Honestly, yeah, you might have to pay it off for a couple of years. It's so worth it. If you can do it, I would recommend it. Honestly, it's just worth it because, it's the memories, it's the experiences. Anyway, check out the videos if you haven't already done so on the channel. Ask questions if you're planning, thinking about, if I've been to somewhere where you plan on going, feel free to ask questions. Happy to help. Advice, experience, based on what I've done. I mean, yeah, if I can help you out, I will. So, with advice on where to go, what to do, things, is it worth it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely do it. Jamie loves the new Africa Sky Voyager. Yeah, I hope they keep it. But he's saying they went on 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best ones they've done. The Africa one is. I absolutely love that version. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, you've got to get in there before 2 o'clock to experience the Africa version. Kyle says, cheers for your work with the channel. Thank you. My son and I love your videos. The Gold Coast is our regular holiday destination. Like and subscribe to Jaggs. Share with your friends. Is spot on. Thank you. I appreciate your comments. Yeah, look, most people come to the Gold Coast, right? And that's I'm lucky enough to live here. So I'm lucky enough to have worked at the parks in the past and know a lot of things about the theme parks and hints and tips and things like that. And look, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there at all. There's others now that are gone way past me. But again, it's YouTube algorithm, how many videos you can put out, it pushes more out. Like I just can only do so much. But I think though my channel is trying to showcase what's available, experiences that you can do at these parks, and the fun side of things. And some people are like, I don't know, you can do that there, or I've never been before. I was thinking of going. Should I go? And that's what I like to try and make sure that the channel gives those all those things for you. I'm not doing fake stuff and stuff that's just silly or whatever. I'm trying to actually show you guys what's. And we have a bit of fun along the way, of course. A few jokes here and there, and put some good music in there to make it upbeat, that kind of thing. But at least if you can get something out of the channel that's going to help you out as well, then that's what it's all about. So, and positivity. I can't stand negativity. Or unfortunately, we have a few negative people that, like even tonight, someone's been spamming this chat, which is really disappointing because it's we just chat about the theme parks and what's going on, and I think people love that, right? It's what we like to have a chat about. But unfortunately, some people, I don't know, got nothing better to do with their time, obviously. But anyway, appreciate you guys that are on here, and appreciate your comments as well. It's appreciated. Do you have any idea why they did the exact same mazes for Fright Nights last year? Why they did do you mean last year they did the same mazes as the year before? Probably because they didn't have a budget, well, much more of a budget to spend, and they just replicated what was there. But they know that they can't keep doing that because people go, what's the point, But 2 new mazes, people are going to go, okay, let's go again and check them out. So I know that hopefully, DC Deceased is a permanent one, like as far as I know. So I'm hoping that each year they tweak it, make it a little bit better or different, do something so that every year it's like, hey, that was pretty cool. I wonder what they're going to do next year in that maze. That's what we want to know, that's what we want to see, I guess. So yeah. Aston says, try to get Shane to 100K. Well, if I could get to 100K, I could probably do it full time. And that'd be a fact. That'd be a fact. So, hey, thank you. Let's get to 100K. It's taking me this long to get to, I don't even know what I'm on at the moment. 16, I think. So, and I'm very appreciative of 16. Let me tell you, I remember when I got to 10 subscribers, I was like, wow, 10 people actually subscribe to my channel. This is crazy. And then when I hit, like 50 and then 100, I was like, wow. And then when I got to 500, I was like, this is crazy. And then YouTube sends an email, says, hey, you've got 500 subscribers. That's like a full Airbus A380. And you're like, wow, they're full of people. And you're like, geez, that's a lot of people that watch the channel. And then, each time you get to 1,000 and then another 1,000, you think, wow. It is, again, you got to keep going. You can't stop it because eventually people just go, there's nothing new. Why continue watching? But yeah, so thanks to everyone again. And if I can get 100K, imagine I can get 100K this time next year. But I can't do that by myself. I need help. So I need people to share the channel and like and all that sort of thing. And I appreciate you guys. So and I'll keep going, of course, because I love what I do. So thank you. Any park you've not been to but would love to? Oh, there's so many. There's so many parks I haven't been to. The ones in Florida, all the Disney ones, for sure. And then, of course, there's so many parks in America that I want to go to. But then there's Shanghai Disney, Shanghai, Beijing Universal. There's Japan, Tokyo Disney Sea. There's Universal in Japan. I mean, they're just ones on the top. On top of there's Europe, parks all through Europe. I mean, I've never been to Europe, but I know Riley just went and had an amazing time. There's so many parks there too. I mean, there's just so many. America alone has just truckloads of theme parks, right? From all sorts of basic ones to amazing coaster parks, to Disney parks and all that. I really love themed stuff, so that's why I love Universal and I love movies and that, and I love Disney as well. But yeah, there's just so many. There's just so many. I'll never get to them all, but you know what? If we can get to some of them, fantastic. Damien says, hello to you and your family too. Thanks, Damien. I appreciate you guys. Jamie says, I love the new... I already read your comment, actually, Jamie. So, yes, again, if you haven't seen the Africa version of Sky Voyager, you got to check it out. It's awesome. Ryder's going to do the 18th at Fright Nights. SMT officials going to go 4 times to Fright Nights. You'll get a really good feel for it all, and you get to see everything. So that's awesome. Anton's saying early bird tickets is still open. Okay, well, maybe they re-released some. Oh, it's just the 11th and the 31st that's sold out. Is it sold out or just the early bird sold out on those nights? I wonder. I'm not sure. I have to check it out. Sorry, I'm just reading comments again. Okay, cool. I'll lose my place now and then. Have you rode DC Rivals and Batwing? Yep. I haven't done DC Rivals for a while, actually. Like maybe even a year. Like it's because again, when I'm at Movie World and that, I'm just trying to get a video done, and then sometimes I do another park in the same day, and I'm just trying to film, and then I got to edit. The other day though, I was there 2 weekends ago. I jumped on Wild West Falls. Hadn't been on it for a while. Just wanted to go on it. Now and then I'll just jump on a ride randomly, or with some friends. I'll just go, like if I'm with some of the other vloggers, we might go, hey, let's just jump on Jungle Rush. There's only a 20-minute queue, and we'll just jump on it, when we're there. Any idea why Wild West Falls isn't open on Fright Nights? Okay, I hadn't seen that. I haven't sort of gone into what rides are open. Disappointing, because it was open a couple of years ago, and they could do something really cool with that, like we were saying before with the fog and that. But it's a shame. Never mind. Aston's going to the US and the UK next year. Wow, man, that's cool. Very lucky. Very lucky. They spend $1 billion. Anton's saying they spend $1 billion, and all I want is a butterbeer. Yeah, I'll tell you, how good is that stuff? Frozen butterbeer on a really hot day hits the spot. In fact, when I was at Universal, Epic Universe, all I had all day was one butterbeer. No food. I was running to get everything done. Because I had to go on everything and every ride, and I was only there the one day. Butterbeer is awesome. Sky Voyager should do a Halloween film. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, actually. Wouldn't that be really awesome? Can Scooby redeem Movie World? I don't know. How you going, Brisbane Insider? Maybe, but I think they got to fix that Doomsday area up, and then maybe do something with the stunt show. I think at that time, then I think Movie World would be back. You know what I mean? So yeah, but Scooby coming back, and it looks like they're doing it right. They're getting it right back to the original. They could see that, that was when it was at its best. So I think that's fantastic that they're doing that. So a multi-million-dollar makeover. We can't wait to ride that. And I'm thinking September, October school holidays. We should be able to jump on that again, hopefully. Jamie, is it going to be? It is going to be interesting with the Esplanade close. So in Surfers Paradise, yeah. So they're closing off the Esplanade from like the surf club to the Soul. It's about 100 meters, maybe. I think it would only be about 100 meters. Look, it's a 3-month trial, as far as I know. They want to make that more. I guess where they're going to put different things in there and more friendly for pedestrians and all that kind of thing. So, I get it, but it is going to impact traffic on the other end of the highway, on the Surfers Highway side. A lot of people use that Esplanade, so I think it's gonna congest the other side. We'll see. Interesting though, isn't it? Really interesting. Bright Lights, hey, thanks for jumping on. Hope you're doing well. She's saying, I just want to let you know about the stage show at Hotter on the 18th, 19th, and 20th of August. It's called Shore, and I'm the leading actor and local actor within Shore. Congrats. Fantastic. Well, if you're at the Hotter in the Gold Coast, check it out on the 18th, 19th, and 20th of August. Called Shore. Well, good luck with that. That's cool. I'll have a look on the website and check it out. Good luck, but lead actor, that's amazing. So, congratulations on that. That's a pretty exciting achievement right there. So, well done. That's so cool. So, anyone can get in there and support and check it out. That'd be awesome. Anton saying quality over quantity, mate. Content is always on point and entertaining. Thanks, mate. You know what? Someone else said that to me recently as well. I was saying, oh yeah, there's plenty of, and there's plenty of other good channels out there too. Don't get me wrong. Look, there is only so much. I feel there's only so much that you can do, like, of our theme parks, like, without sort of just flogging it, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I think, yeah, I try to keep it so that there's always a good update, or there's something actually to talk about, not just, hey, I'm coming here again because I am. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate your comments on there, and I always go out with a purpose, and that's important. It's like, this video is about this. This is what we need to update people on today. So yeah, cool. Appreciate it. Places like Alton Towers. What is it saying? Sorry, places like Alton Towers can Halloween Horror Nights can reuse the mazes. Yep, I suggest trying to do a collab with them. With Theme Park Worldwide. Look, when they were here, I tried reaching out to them a few times, just say, hey, I know I can. If you want to know anything about the parks here, more than happy to just, I wasn't asking to like meet up with them, but I was just saying, that here's my channel. This is what I'm about. I know the parks if you want to know anything, but that they always reach out to parks before they go, hey, this is our channel. This is how many people we got. Can you comp us in, and can we film on your rides? And of course, they see millions of, or whatever they've got, subscribers. They go, oh yeah, for sure. So they didn't even respond back, unfortunately. I know they're really nice people. I follow them all the time as well. But yeah, I do know. I'm fortunate enough that I actually do know the CEO of Alton Towers, and I've known them for years. They're Australian. Well, she's Australian, and her husband is a friend as well. So I'm sure, look, if I ever got to Europe, I'm sure they'd look after us to get in and do some content for them as well. But yeah, again, it's just getting there. It's expensive, and I need time off and all that sort of thing. But yeah, It's definitely a good point. You never know. They might collab. You never know. Why did you start doing YouTube? Well, I've always just loved theme parks, like my entire life, and having worked at them for I think it was about 11 years. I worked for the theme parks, and it's just a passion. And I always followed the American vloggers like Adam the Woo, Justin Scard, like Random Land, a lot of the Disney vloggers, Theme Park Worldwide and all that. And I'm like, I could probably do this stuff. I think that's what I want to do. Like, I am, I have the interest, the passion for it. It's what I love. So why not give it a go? And here I am. So yeah, do what you love. Yeah, your Theme Park Worldwide, they're definitely a massive channel. Yeah. Thorpe Park, Blackpool are the biggest UK parks. Yes. I would love to get all to them one day for sure. Would I ever consider doing a Disney cruise, Anton, mate? I would love to do a Disney cruise. But the cost of a Disney cruise is kind of like I could get to Disneyland for the same price. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. It's on the list. It's on the list. Like a lot of things are on the list. Bright Lights are saying today is my birthday. Well, 29 today. Happy birthday, Bright Lights. I hope you've had an awesome day. And hey, thanks for jumping on to my live on your birthday. So happy birthday and thanks so much. It's appreciated. Really, really appreciate it. And happy birthday. Jaggs love the ride, Justice League ride. I don't mind it. Hey, Michael, almost midnight here in Auckland, heading to bed. Thanks for jumping. Thank you so much, and kia ora. Thanks, appreciate it. Is there any information about where the Big Brother house is going to be? No, but I'm sure we've speculated a few places. One maybe on the old area where the Thunderbolt used to be at the back there, or maybe where the old vintage cars used to be down the back of the park. It could also be where the next to like where the log flume used to be, but I'm thinking it would have to be further away from the park from noise perspective. So we'll have to wait and see. When we know, we will let you all know for sure. Someone will probably find out before me, so we'll find out. Is Riley doing Friday nights? I'm not sure. I haven't actually spoken to him for a while, so I'm not sure. Is there any information about where the big? Oh, we just spoke about that about Big Brother house. Yeah, we're not sure. Butterbeer, hot or cold? There's the cholesterol and a non-alcohol version. I think it's all non-alcohol, but I love the frozen butterbeer at the Harry Potter lands. Little Red Drum. Oh my God, Hollywood Sky Voyager would be insane. It would, wouldn't it? It'd be so good. Fuel Radar again. Fuel Radar, thank you so much again for the super chat. I appreciate, again, your support, and it's appreciated a lot. Thank you for jumping on once again. I also have to say a big shout out to Kyle D. So I did see this pop up before. I was getting to it. So thank you also, Kyle D, for the super chat as well. Very, very kind of you, and I appreciate your support here as well. I'll read your comment out. You love hearing my passion about the parks and the channel. The 100K target is bang on with their attitude. You'll be looking back at the 100K mark with the same feelings as those first 5, then 50, and so on. Keep it up, Kyle and Leo. Thank you very much. Thank you both very much. Yeah, look, it would be a dream to get to that, obviously, one day. I mean, I guess I'm nearly a quarter of the way there, kind of. So, yeah, I mean, I'm certainly going to keep doing what I'm doing, and had some challenges along the way with a few things, as probably most of you would know, with previous employers and people not being very nice online to me. Unfortunately, there's things like that. It's disappointing when all you're doing is just trying to make something fun and people to enjoy and doing a passion passionate hobby, essentially. But yeah, you just keep going because it's no one's going to stop me from what I'm doing. So I love it, and I'm glad you guys love what I do as well. And hey, I'm open to suggestions. If you've got suggestions, send me a message. Say, hey, have you thought about this? Keep in mind that my passion is theme parks and attractions, so that's my zone. Some people have said, hey, why don't you do like something to do with Indian food specifically? And I'm like, well, I don't mind Indian food, but it's not what my passion is. It's not what my channel's about. So I won't be doing that. Thanks. So that's just one example. But yeah, you do what you love and you got to do what your passion is. So yeah, I appreciate the comments. Thank you again, Kyle and Leo. I really appreciate the super chat. And also I've got Pure Radar again. So thank you. Very, very kind of you guys again. You're saying best YouTube channel. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think that. Thank you so much. I do put a lot into it. I do try my best. I do spend a lot of time on the editing. Like I can't stress enough that even though you might watch a 20-minute video, what goes into that video, I mean, obviously it's hours of filming, and then you got to cut it all down and make it make sense. And sometimes you got to voice over stuff into it, add music in. It's got to be the right music. It's got to fit that scene. Transitions. Like it can take hours and hours. It can take 5 or 6 hours, sometimes longer, to edit a 20-30-minute video. A lot goes in. Sometimes you gotta do video overlays, or you gotta get video or footage from somewhere else to pop in. Like the Fright Nights, what you need to know, everything you need to know video I just put out last weekend. There's hours of snipping stuff and from their websites and to put into that, and then going through my last year's footage and putting a few things in there when I was talking about the first bite experience. They're popping in some footage from last year so you can see, what was going on there, and it takes a long time to do that stuff. I do it all myself. Everything's just me. So, so a lot goes into it. I do put a lot into it. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not saying my stuff's perfect. What I mean is I'm hard on myself. Like I have to watch it back through 2 or 3 times and make sure have I got something that doesn't look right, or does it sound not right, and I'll redo something. From that perspective. Again, I'm not saying my videos are perfect. They're not. I'm sort of an amateur, but I try to make it as best as I can. So at least it comes across quite good. And sometimes, you have an audio issue that you don't realize at the time when you're filming. Then when you're editing it, you're like, damn it, the mic wasn't on, or it wasn't on the right channel, or sometimes things like that happen. Like even at Epic Universe, I had a period of time where I didn't realize the mic had gone flat. So I had to then change all the stuff I'd spoken about. I've had to just cut that out and just put in some other footage with music. Disappointing when that happens, but sometimes that happens. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, and I appreciate the coffees and the support of the super chats. I really do. And I can't thank you all enough for being here on the live chat during a Wednesday night as well. So thank you all for that. I really appreciate it. I missed a couple of comments here as well, but I'll come back. What do you think they would do for White Christmas? I think it will be pretty much the same as last year. However, would love to see something. Look, last year, remember they had the new Scooby-Doo show. I enjoyed that. It was new. It was different, right? I like to see that again, but I also like to try and see, hopefully they'll have some other kind of show. Something new, maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Any news on the Superman escape being down? We were talking about that a little bit earlier in the day. So no, it's unplanned maintenance. It's all we know at this point in time. No dates on the website, nothing. So maybe it's something they can't get a part for, perhaps. I don't know. Flash is also down and in parts as well. So not too sure what's going on there. When we know more, we'll try and let you guys know as well. Have I been to the Star at Brisbane? No, I have not. I have not been to the Star at Brisbane. I like how it's a happy and positive community. Absolutely. Me too. That's what we try and create. And look, most people are always the same, mostly. Sometimes there's some, look, some people like to promote or show negative things, and I don't do that. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything either, but again, I like to showcase what you can do, what you can see, what you can experience. Whatever you experience on the day is whatever you experience on the day. Again, I get people sometimes say, you sugarcoat things too much." Well, I don't. I'm passionate. I love theme parks. I don't look at the stuff that needs repairing. I don't look at, all the bad stuff. And there's always, nowhere's perfect. Disney's not even perfect, even though it's close to perfect. There's nowhere that's perfect. But why focus on that stuff? Focus on the good stuff. Focus on things we can do. Focus on the things we can enjoy. Do you know what I mean? And we'll inform you if things are shut or down on maintenance or why is it closed. We don't know why. Of course, we'll show that stuff too. But yeah. Anyway, my channel's in a different direction to some other channels, I guess I'm trying to say. What have we got here? Can you go to Thorpe Park one day? I'd love to. We'll see if I can ever get to Europe. I'm a bit disappointed that they're not doing a Five Nights at Freddy's house. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I think they're doing one at Universal, and I think that's the thing. It's a Universal. It's either a Universal IP or Universal are paying to use the WB IP. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's Universal. So yeah, we'll have to. Well, hopefully one day we'll be able to see that here. But one day I'd love to get to a Universal one as well. I think that'd be amazing. Yeah, you're right, Matthew Lillard. So he played Shaggy in Scooby Doo, and he's the guy. Yeah, he's the guy in Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, absolutely, he is too. It is a good movie. That I like what they're doing at Universal this year too, with that and with Art the Clown, the Terrifier, and I don't know if you guys follow that stuff or not, but it looks incredible. What they're gonna do with that Terrifier maze. Like I'd love to be there for that, but just can't get there this year. So hopefully they'll do it again next year. You never know. This time next year I might be in a different position. Might be able to get over there. You never know. Freddy's. There's a new movie coming out in December for Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, that'd be cool. Any news for Ferophobia? Yeah, Ferophobia is coming back definitely, and it's free to get in. So obviously you'd have to pay to do the houses, the mazes, but they're making it a free entry this year. That's pretty cool, and I think it's going to be at Westfield Coomera at the front where there's some space this year. So I always hit that event up as well. I've known the crew, the owners, and the family that runs it for a few years now, and they're really nice people, and they're kind to me. We get on really, really well, and I can't wait to experience. They do an amazing job at Ferophobia, so I have to get over there again this year as well. Definitely have to do that. What have we got here? What is your name? What is your name, Jaggs? What is your name, Jaggs? It's Shane. Shane from Jaggs Journeys. People call me Jaggs. I mean, that's a nickname. Jaggs, Jag. That's all cool as well. As for Big Brother, they're fully building the house in the old spot apparently already. On the old spot. Well, maybe, yeah. Well, Well, there you go. That makes sense why we can't see anything if it's out in the bush, because it's kind of next to there. So that's pretty cool. Little Red Drum says, I went on my first roller coaster today. Steel Taipan. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. For a first one, it was incredibly intense. It's a big one for a first one. I got to agree with that one for sure. That's pretty crazy. Curious to find out how you, what's it saying? I'm curious to find out how you feel about it, if you've ridden it. Yeah, I was there for the opening of it, actually. Got invited out on the opening night and got to ride it front, the middle, the back. I haven't done the spinning seats yet, and I don't think I will, because I think that'll really stuff me up. So, but I definitely love the Steel Taipan. It is an awesome coaster. It's a really fun coaster, that one. Really enjoy that one. So, good on you. That's pretty cool. Disney was going to buy some land in Australia. Yeah, they've sniffed around in Australia and the Gold Coast and other parts of Australia a long time, even in Melbourne. I just don't think. Look, I think if they did a Disneyland, a smaller one in Australia, people definitely would come to Disney here, no doubt. But they reckon there's just not the population, because on a really quiet day, out of season, even our parks here, lucky to get 1,000 people through the gate. Disneyland cannot survive like that. They just can't. Too many. The operational costs are too high. So we may never see one here, but you never know. You never know. Things might change. How do I join YouTube videos? You just have to go in and subscribe. It's free to subscribe. You just have to, I think you have to have a YouTube account, which is free as well. Hey, Straws, thank you. You're a very, very kind person. You're always on and you're always supporting the channel. And I really appreciate the super chat there. Your comment is, sorry for being late. That's all right. I know you got work. It's all good. Do you think first buy offerings have been decreased from last year? No, I don't think so. I was looking through it and everything looks the same. However, it's gone up $10, because I checked out my last year's video. It was $59. Now it's $69. So they tend to do that even with prices of other events and things as each year. But I'm happy that they did the early bird ticket price this year, of course, for the entry tickets. So no, I think you still get the alcohol if you're of age. You get other drinks if you're not, of course, or if you don't drink alcohol. They still have the DJs there. They're still doing the canapes, cocktails. Excuse me. The themed food, the characters will come around. If the sports bar's finished, they'll have that up there. If it's not finished, it'll still be in Rick's Cafe, so courtyard. So yeah, and the good thing with, if the sports bar is finished, if it rains, you got the inside outdoor area. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be awesome. So, but yeah, I think it'd be worth it. I really enjoyed it. I think I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I'm thinking the second night for me is probably the better night to go. The event's more smooth than the first night. So I got to get in and sort some tickets out like fast. Otherwise I'll miss out. But thanks again, Straws. I really appreciate your support and the super chat. Again, I really appreciate it very muchly. Make sure next time you see me in the park to stop and say good day, because you know me, I'm always filming and I don't even see people. Sometimes my wife could walk past me. I'm not even, because I got my blinkers on. I'm doing what I'm in my zone, So yeah, stop and say good day. Carl D, fellow coffee lover, regular channel viewer, thank you very much. Love seeing the updates. We're from Tasmania, so it's not just around the corner, and the effort you put in doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate that. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. And Kyle and Leo again. And thanks again for your kind comments and your support and the super chats. Appreciated. Straws is also saying the launch cables are down at the Superman. Okay, so Superman it runs it's a catapult system. It's the same system they use on the aircraft carrier that catapults the aircraft. So where the Superman logo is underneath there, inside that room is the catapult system, and I've been in there, and there's actually bulletproof glass in there, because if you're in there, like obviously if a technician's in there and something and it's operational, and if that snaps and breaks, the speed that that's going, because obviously it launches a coaster from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 2 seconds. So that catapult is just, it's just a massive catapult launch and cable system. And if that was to break and hit the glass, obviously it needs to be bulletproof, so nothing can go through. It's pretty crazy to see that in operation. But I know years ago they had to replace that system, and it's not cheap. Like, it really isn't cheap. So it doesn't sound good if that's down, unless they're just doing some kind of maintenance, and they've got to take them down to do something else. Maybe, hopefully, we'll have to watch this space and have a look. Do you partnership Instagram posts for Friday nights? Yeah, I did do a partnership with Movie World for Friday nights. They actually approached me for that, and they gave me some outlines, and I had to put something together, submit it for approval, and they said, there's no guarantee it's going to be approved or anything. So they approved it, and then I posted it. So yeah, I'm happy to support them as well. They've been good to me over the years. So yeah, it was a great opportunity. Something wrong with the launch system. Yeah, we just spoke. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. That's interesting. All the cables are down for the launch system of Superman. Well, hopefully it's going to be up again soon. You should stream one day at Movie World. Yeah, look, I have done that now and then. It's just, again, it's a lack of time sometimes. But yeah, I know you guys like to see a stream from in park. So yeah, well, I will have to do more of those for you guys as well. There's a virus going around Movie World that only attacks rides. It could well be. It could well be, indeed. Straws, one thing I really can't forgive for Movie World is that Wild West Falls effects are still broken. Yeah, I know. I went on it recently, and not all were working. Yeah, I don't know why, but it is a bit disappointing. If you didn't know any better, if you haven't seen the ride, you probably wouldn't notice too much. So it's just, the ones we know, of course. Anton says, yeah, positive vibes always makes the day better when you come with the positive energy. 100% agree with that. Absolutely. Tim's saying he ate at Jane's yesterday for the first time. The food was delicious and really good priced, greatly priced for the quality and the portions. That's exactly right. I love Jane's restaurant, and you're right. It's kind of like when you go to a surf club or like a leagues club or something, and you go and get like a palmy. It's the same size serving. The value you get is, it's definitely good, and the food is on point. Absolutely. So yeah, if you haven't been, check it out. Even Tim says he agrees. Check it out. Straws is saying that to Little Red Drum, who did the Steel Taipan for the first time today. If you can do this, the Giant Drop is one of the scariest rides. It is. I agree too. I like it at night because it's not as scary. I just think it's not as scary at night. Everything's dark, CC, apart from the lights on the highway. It's pretty cool. She's never doing the Giant Drop. Fair enough. It's not for everyone. Straws is doing the first bite for the cocktails. Absolutely. I loved them last year. They were good. Young Blood, I think it's Uliana, is saying she was watching the Young Blood documentary. That's okay. I know you're a big fan, so I hope you enjoyed that. All good. What Wallis Falls is here nearly 30. It was nearly 30 years old, so probably needs a little bit of TLC. Um, and yeah, that you're right. There's basically the company that it used to be Warner Village Theme Parks. Now it's Village Roadshow Theme Parks. So, and plus there's a new owner as well, like a financial backer. I think 2 years ago or so. Um, that does change things sometimes in the parks. Straws are saying it's the ending on Wild West Falls where the guy screams. Yeah, that was missing. And I think they used to have some kind of effect up the. Or am I thinking of Disney? I don't know. I'm sure there was more effect, where it's going to blow and all that at the end. But yeah, things have certainly changed a little bit there on that ride. Anyway, guys, I think I got to the end of all your comments, and I think by now most people are getting tired, myself included. So I'm sure everyone's got work or school or something happening early tomorrow, and I know some have already dropped off, and that's all cool. I appreciate anyone who's able to even pop on for a short time. That's appreciated. I really appreciate everyone's input and comments and questions. It's what this is all about. It's a bit of chit chat about what's going on, thoughts, and what we think about things, about what's happening around the place. I just wanted to say a big thanks to everyone who's taken the time to be on here tonight, and a big thanks to those who gave super chats tonight. It's very kind and generous of you guys, and I really appreciate the support and just the overall support for everyone. For my channel is really appreciated. Kyle saying, as someone who does the theme parks on weekdays on our holidays, not Queensland school holidays, we've never had to wait more than 5 to 10 minutes for a ride. Usually walk straight on. Yeah, that's the best time to go outside of the Queensland holidays. Outside of holidays, absolutely, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's a few things. Yeah, this time of year, there's certainly quite a few rides closed at the moment, planned and unplanned, unfortunately. So yeah, apparently there's a rumor about getting rid of Wild West Falls. I don't know if they would. It's such a massive ride footprint. I don't think they would get rid of it. Maybe they could improve it, enhance it, retheme it, maybe in the years ahead. So. I still think it's a great ride. Obviously, it's just sometimes they need to spend a bit of money. So yeah, excuse me. Little Red Drum, thanks for your work. No, thank you, and congrats again. And I appreciate everything there. And good luck for the Friday nights. And thanks, thank you. Is it Danielle? Yep, thank you, Danielle. Excuse me. I need to go and get another drink. Get some Peninsula Springs water happening. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully we will see some changes in the Wild West Falls ride in the future as well. Thanks, Kyle. Kyle and Leo again for your comments, and appreciate everyone. Thanks all for interacting on here. It's been awesome. I enjoy doing these live streams for you guys every second Wednesday night. So sorry I had to postpone last week's to this week. Just life got in the way, work got in the way. So sometimes we got to do those, make those changes. So anyway, so I should be so we'll just keep it going fortnightly. So 2 weeks time, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. I will put a post out usually that day just to let you know, yes, we're on tonight. Or if something's happened, I had to change it, whatever, I'll let you guys know as well. So anyway, again, thank you all so much for jumping on. We're going to leave it there now for tonight. And again, don't forget you can, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram. Make sure you give us a follow on Instagram there. I drop content or schedule content during the week. Always reply to you guys as well. May not be straight away, but definitely always happy to reply to you guys. You take the time to contact me and ask questions and so forth. So, but yeah, and I can see there's people on there now saying good night and thanks for the streams, for being on the live stream, and thank you all also. Appreciate it. And again, thanks for your time, because we've been going for nearly 3 hours. Can you believe it? 3 hours. That's crazy. And just seems like half an hour or so. But yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your week. So thanks again. Thanks for supporting the channel. Mostly, it's really appreciated. I'm glad you still enjoy the channel. So, yeah, again, I can't thank everyone enough. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully, I see you at the theme parks or at one of the events coming up as well. So if you see me, make sure you say hi. Happy to stop and have a quick hello. If I'm at an event like a Friday nights, though, I probably have to have a quick hello because I got to get the event filmed and all the content done for you guys as well. So anyway, guys, thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.